Okay, friends, hope we're live. Let's check it out. We have excellent connection. YouTube is reporting. Please let us know if we're buffering. Man, guys, we've got a couple new fires to look at. We have mandatory evacuations down in Riverside County with the Hills or Hillside Fire. Deja vu. We got helicopters working the French fire from last night. Man, they did an amazing job saving the downtown, and we were on pins and needles last night. It was one heck of a firefight. Sorry, my phone's still blowing up with a bunch of notifications. I'm sorry, I'm heat exhausted. So we're on mellow edition today. Forgive me being just regular exhausted because we stayed up till 4 in the morning looking at the French fire. Mariposa County, they battled all night to save the town. Check my community post. I found infrared maps, and I posted them last night. It came straight up to the town. We're going to thank you, friends, for being here in the chat. We'll be, of course, looking right back at the French fire as we first overview, of course, where we have mandatory evacuations. Thanks, friends, for being here. Oh, very sorry that we're getting a start 43 minutes late here, but it's important for me to check on my neighbors and such and my family because it's like 115 degrees in parts of the valley. So I hope you forgive me for trying to make sure they're safe. I have a couple more people to check on a little bit. Hey, Angela, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for helping with yesterday's chaos. We got very lucky overall as the 3 western states did that we didn't, knock on wood, a mega fire didn't start yesterday. Things could have ended up that way easily with these crazy weather conditions. The red flag is still in parts of California, of course, almost as good as red flag other places. So just, hold on to your butts. Much of Oregon. Sorry, that is very loud. Willits has got something going on now. I try to go live by 4 o'clock because this is about when things heat up and I have to sleep sometime. So, sorry, let me turn down the notification sounds because that's even startling me. Okay, friends. Just when I was about to go to sleep, they said there was embers drifting around at Mariposa, and I wanted to make sure that we could end and didn't have to go 24 hours a day. But you can see that there's red flag conditions from much of even Washington State, Oregon State, parts of California, and just the heat alone could make anything take off like a rocket. So we'll check out what's going on at Willits and other places real quick. Let me take a vitamin. Here we go. Oh, thank you for being here, Husky. Boy, yeah, Wild Wind says yes, it is hot here and it's going to be hotter. So strap in, guys. Remember, please, several times a day, go check on your vulnerable neighbors and get an idea about whether or not they plan to go anywhere, stay at home. Oh, John D, thank you so much for your kind donation. First one of the day. Friends, we made over $200 yesterday. I think we made almost 300. Thank you, everybody who's donated to the laptop fund. It is so hard to keep up with the phone jingling with so many notifications. It's called the Show Fire, Angela Round says, in Willits. Quarter acre slow rate, low potential. Okay, great. Thanks for clearing that up. I do want to quickly go to the Hills Fire in Riverside County. I started checking this out. My watch kind of jingled me as I was trying to check on my family. It looked like the evacuations were pretty local and it was on the edge of town. I really did want to go live right away. But man, I'm sorry guys, I'm so exhausted. I have some exciting things to show you guys. I've got some pretty good maps, official maps from a source for for not only the French fire, but I found them for the Thompson as well, and for Oroville. And one of the officers that I know in the California Valley area went up to Oroville to the Kelly Ridge area and said he didn't drive the entire Kelly Ridge, but he said it looked quite good. So I just wanted to give people a little bit of, at least the roads he drove on, like on Kelly Ridge by Oroville. Much of it looked a-okay. I just can't be very specific because I don't know the details. I'm trying to get a hold of him still. But I'm going to give you guys the link right now to the Hills Fire, which is in Riverside County. The best use of this stream is to notify people, especially when there's mass evacuations, that they should get ready when before the officials can announce it or can go door to door. And it looked like they had the local evacuations covered because it's a small area for this Hills Fire. So I decided to continue checking on, my family and, try to get some food in me and a little snack. And it doesn't mean we don't care here, but I can't catch them all the time. And then I realized, you know what? We're going to go live here. I'll finish the rest of my family phone calls just in case something breaks out. We do expect that today for things to be breaking out. So Angela Cortez says the Hills Fire. I'm about to go look. It's close by, but not in my evacuation zone. Yeah, hey Angela, I was about to say, isn't Angela down there? The other Angela. We got two super Angelas here. So yeah, if you want to give me an email, if any of you guys have some exciting photos or little stories to share, anything, you can be anonymous. Here's my email. It's Catherine.Davidson, which is my name, .wildfires@gmail.com. I should simplify that one day. It's on my to-do list. But my channel used to be named just Catherine Davidson when I first went live. I had no plans to ever continue doing wildfire tracking, but here we are. Hey Strings, I hope I'm saying your name right. The lake fire, we're doing a roundup. Just tell me which fires you guys want me to look at first. What's most dire, right? So we're just checking up here on the Hills Fire, Riverside County, and then we'll go once we're done at least looking at the new ones that have broken out. Then we'll go and look at the Thompson and the French and the forgotten fires like the Basin and the shearing, the Shelley, and all those that are still important. Yeah, at Willets, it looks like air attack is dropping retardant around the fire, and it has not really grown for more than 1/4 of an acre. That's good. Yeah, Riverside County had another scare earlier today called the Nason fire. We just got an update on the Plenty, which is next to look at. That's a little bit. It's Santa Clarita area. So I just wanted to show you guys that the Nason fire was a little bit of a scare in Moreno Valley here, just south of I-60. And so the great news on that was they already declared forward progress stopped, and they've got a 60% containment. So that's awesome. We couldn't really monitor that because it was a smoked out camera. So, it just started as a half-acre vegetation fire, and then I think what it did was it ran up a hill or something, as far as I could tell. But they're doing great on it. So, but yeah, Angela, if you get any photos or anything, just do share. Also, a reminder: everybody can get the Watch Duty app for free. If you get Pro, you can put it on your phone. If you get Pro, of course, you can just add more counties, to be alerted by. But for free, that's a very good price for the basic features. There's a camera button in the corner of the Watch Duty app. You won't see it here because I'm using the desktop version. But you can be totally anonymous. I don't think you have to make an account, and you can take a picture of a fire and then submit it to Watch Duty, and it will help the world understand what's going on there better. These are all volunteers on Watch Duty who do the reporting. Many of them are local, It's so they can recognize features and know where it's heading and have a better idea of how to help others. So you can be really helping the public, people in your neighborhood. Looking back at Small World Life, yeah, you could tell me about how to pronounce your name, Strings, unless I'm doing it right. Angela Cortez, so many fireworks here last night, illegal ones. Yeah, Riverside County. Yeah, not surprised to see so many fires in LA and Sacramento. Well, they did so amazing yesterday of just running around and pouncing on them. Small World Life says there's a structure fire, the Lemon Fire at Lemon Street and Date Avenue, Cavazon, Riverside County. Okay, they're sent for them. So it's a fully involved structure fire with a spot fire approximately half a mile away. 10 additional engines requested. Wow. This little thing? This little lemon fire for Cavazon here? So it's a Cavazon and Banning is a hot spot for fires. No pun intended. 10 engines requested. Yeah, because it could climb the hills. I understand. Okay. And then, oh, that was 4 hours ago. And then 3 hours ago, no additional information provided. But the air resources were released. Okay, thank you for keeping me informed of that one. So let's go out here. Let's let chat guide me. Which fires do you guys want me to check out first? What's going on? Lake fire, is that new? Which county? Just type in lake, watch duty. You do have a search on the watch duty version for mobile. You guys do if you, it's a little bit hard to find. It's at the bottom of the screen actually, and you can swipe it up. And then it'll give you, as long as you put the entire state of California or where you're at in the frame of watch duty, you know, like your zoom level of the map. Then you swipe up from the bottom and it gives you notifications in order of, you know, which fire is going on. It's a little known feature, but once you get the hang of it, whoa, whoa. Okay, yeah, we got a lake fire here for sure. And for once, it's not Lake County. Clear Lake gets pummeled all the time. It has a fire prone spot. So let me oh, I forgot to tweet we were live. Sorry, this is a low key day. I'm quite tired. So let's do, we just did the Hills Fire of Riverside and intro, and right now we're at 12 minutes and 2 stream. We've got the Lake Fire. So generic, these names. We have Los Alamos. It's California, not New Mexico. Los Alamos, Ham. It says they're prioritizing structure protection, and this was an update at 4:20 in the afternoon. It's now 4:55. Structure protection at Zaca Lake and Zaca Lake Resort. It does look somewhat remote here. So they have evacuated everyone. Update by Julie G here on watch duty. She's a great reporter too. She's come in here a few times, you know. Area of Zaca Lake, 9 miles northeast of Los Olivos, Santa Barbara County. Don't have an acreage. So let's look at the Los Alamos Lake. Sorry, my phone's blown up with the notifications. Okay. Oh, Furdale Fire. Whoops, I just swiped it away. Hey, we just got a declaration of forward progress stopped at the Hills Fire. That's awesome. And they're Riverside County. So we've got a video of the fire for the Plenty Fire. Excuse me. Let's go to proper maps. Los Alamos. Los Alamos 1. Just want to take a look here. That's nasty looking, but it's pretty remote. Santa Barbara County. That's the Lake Fire. And they just said that they did complete evacuations from the area. That is nasty looking. So Let's see which direction this camera is looking. It's looking east, slightly northeast. And we have a couple of others like Grass Mountain. This is one to watch. This is troubling, you know. Even though it's remote right now, look at its ferocity. Um, so we'll look at the oh, I'm out of breath for some reason. We'll look at the weather in a second to see which way the smoke columns might be going. Where's Figura 2? Which way is this one looking? Figura 2. Yes, it's showing a smoke column. Going, let's see if do a quick time lapse. 30 minutes. So if it's looking west northwest, it's going to the left side of the screen. Might be drifting to the southwest. We'll go look at the wind. We could put wind on. It's coming out of the northwest, so it could be fire could be traveling. It looks like it was backing down a hill. Could be traveling in multiple directions just because of the terrain. So right now the smoke column itself. See, Los Alamos is construction. Excuse me. Los Alamos. Yeah, I won't do. Almost due east. It was Los Alamos. Do a time lapse. An hour. Yeah, we have the smoke drifting to the south and southwest and to the west. It just swung over and it's drifting towards the west within the last hour. This is pretty troubling. Winds being a little bit erratic. Right here, it's the last 15 minutes where we want to keep an eye on this one for sure. This thing is moving very fast. This is only in 15 minutes. Watch it go racing down the slope. Wow, it's a racer. So it's heading to the west, as well as probably multiple directions at the same time. Of course, can't see directly into the smoke. It's probably going, with the wind at least, to the south, prevailing wind. We will look at the plenty fire next. But yeah, this lake fire one is very, very troubling. What's the nearest? What was that, by the way? A plane? I don't know what that smudge is. Maybe something on the lens. But this is 15 minutes of spread. That's incredibly fast. It must be rollout. The slopes must be so steep that flaming debris is falling down the hillside. Alexa just says it's 5 o'clock on Friday, and cheered. I was like, who's talking? It's her. This is rapid rate of spread. This is wow. We have some vineyards or something in the foreground or a nursery. What is the nearest? Still somewhat remote, but we do have inhabitations down here, so I do wonder if they might do some evacuations. We'll keep an eye on that lake fire. It's going down the hills to the west fast. So that's Santa Barbara County. Now let's look at the plenty real quick. In Santa Clarita, yeah, forward progress stopped on the hills fire for Riverside County. Yeah, so SoCal Squatcher says, dang, Azaka Lake is beautiful. Went to a festival there and saw a bald eagle. Yeah, it's just we have to watch this one. I know what you mean. I've seen so many places that are special to me get affected by fires. Let's put it that way. So the plenty, and we really help me keep an eye on the lake. These updates, because that's rip roaring, and the cameras are quite far away. So some of the vineyards in the foreground may be quite distant from where that is, but places like the Sycamore Valley Ranch, and these places just to the west, Midland School, Rancho Corral, Ducati or Ducati. I would think we need to be on alert and be monitoring this. This could spread rapidly depending on what the winds do today. So, but at least all the they say they've got everybody out from Zaca Lake. So, yeah, you have a. Thank you for sharing the cameras, Angela. Let's look at the plenty now. We're doing a roundup of the ones that have just broken out today. We'll go back up to Shingletown as well. Plenty. Zooming on back to what this LA County, isn't it? Yeah, LA County, just to the far north of the edge of the Santa Clarita town on the what is this? Just which highway is this? What road is this? I don't know. Looks somewhat remote, but wow, looks like Fierce. Oh, it's a video from the Quick Reaction Force. I'm sorry, this will probably be very loud. Let me tone down the volume, and we have a 12-minute ago update. So first I'll show you the map. So it's on the east side of this north-south road, whatever the road this is. A great image. So you can see the vast majority of the homes nearby are on the west side, and the fire, it looks like it's fine to the east side as of 35 minutes ago. Hit the button to watch this on YouTube. Oh, it may not have sound. Okay, flipping into infrared, which is difficult to do in the daytime, but man, there's some good high quality cams on this. It's a copter, right? Wait, Watch Duty has a YouTube channel. Oh, dude. I just subscribed. Guys, check it out. There's a link to Watch Duty's YouTube channel. We should sub bomb it. We should stampede it. Hey guys, hit the like button, please, for my channel. Let's go trending, otherwise people can't find us. SoCal Scorcher says, and let's do a pause. Now you can see we're looking west at this point. It looks like neighborhoods are back here. So it's going up hills. The Plenty Fire looks pretty ferocious. The smoke column on the cameras, I believe. SoCal Squatch says I'm like 20 minutes from Santa Clarita. We're down here in LA Crescenta. Hey, running on empty. Good to see you. Later, Bird. Hey, how are you? Hammerhead 716 says Lake Fire area is very rugged and many lovely ranches and vineyards are downwind. And we will have to keep an eye on that guy. It's that's quite concerning how fast that was going. Not even wind driven, just rolling down the hillside there, and just in 15 minutes, pretty much enveloping it. Okay, what new brush fire? Oh, Electric Beaver. This one right now we're looking at is the Plenty. We're doing a roundup of those that started today. The Lake Fire was the one that I just covered before, which is at Zaca Lake in Santa Barbara County. This is the Plenty Fire at LA County, but it's looks like it's going mostly away from inhabitations. So you can see how, look back on Watch Duty, the location here, my goodness, it's going towards the east. I don't know what north-south road this is. It's not on the map. We zoom out a little bit. That's far edge, the northeast edge of town of Santa Clarita. These guys were already a bit nervous because of all the smoke from the post fire. Remember the post fire? Seems like a lifetime ago when we first started out the stream this year in June. They got all the smoke from down there. Everybody in Santa Clarita and Lake Castaic were a bit on edge. So let's see if we've got a live cam. Magic Mountain. Okay. Doesn't look like there's very good views for some of these. Whitaker Ridge. And they're so far away, they are really sucked in by smoke. Well, at least we have the, excuse me, got a cough. At least we've got Watch Duty's awesome upload here of the Fierce or Fire Eyes. It's 44 seconds. I'll just play it. I believe it's the yeah, it says copter up in the upper left hand corner. Man, it's got some great recon abilities with some great cameras here. Oh, sorry, there's a bug in here. Just frightened me. So let me do a timestamp of where we were. So we were just looking at um, this is the Plenty fire here, LA County northeast edge of Santa Rita. Okay, I wish this helicopter went to all of the fires. It would be amazing. We need more of these. It's called Firis, Firis. Man, what does YouTube think I want to watch? Okay, a penguin, September 11th, a penguin, a fake air show accident, bears hunting Bronze Age history. Okay, tsunamis, and YouTube. All right. So, oh, here is the Fierce video of the French fire. We will be checking that out later. We've got to continue our fire roundup. So that was the Plenty. What is next, guys? What should we check out next on chat? Okay. Let's see here. And just a chat reminder, because so many people are evacuated, so many people are on edge. We don't want to further increase their stress if um, even totally innocent theories about conspiracy or new novel ideas about what may be making fires worse or starting them. It stresses out the people who are listening, and they don't like to be told about something new they have to potentially worry about, like, you're being targeted by lasers or weapons or shadow governments and stuff, or there's a cover up of some other this or that. They actually start tuning out, and they need this information to know about evacuations and tracking where the fires are going and what they might do is the whole point of our channel. So there's plenty of venues where you can discuss that openly, freely, where people go to see that. But it's feedback I've gotten from the people who are in my channel who are evacuated. They're like, I can't take any more stress, and I'm just respecting them and their wishes. I love to investigate things, and no matter how far out there the idea, I'm a curious person, and that's my nature. But I just got that feedback from people, so I hope you guys understand. Um, I have an email, and people can reach me that way if you want me to know something. So, but we stick to what we can verify, and also if we do speculate, we will make it very, very clear that this is a possibility, a scenario, something like that. So, what did Watch Duty just beat me with? It went away. Hey, Thompson Fire, we just got a new update. At Orville, all evacuation orders have been reduced. Evacuation warnings by Butte County Sheriff's Office. There are. We will check. We will check the. What an awesome update! I do have maps and such to show you guys of the Thompson Fire. Remember, stay ready to go. Stay ready to go, because the morning operational update that I shared on Twitter for the Thompson Fire. So they still have some really serious, challenging conditions. They still have hot spots out there. They're still working on Table Mountain and other places. If there's a crazy wind event or a change or, a new accident, somebody dragging around, say, metal furniture across their driveway to put it back in a different position and sparks happen, there could be new little outbreaks and things. So just be on alert and don't let your guard down. We have these critical fire weather conditions. There's still people out there with fireworks and the like too. Not out of the woods yet. Until it's 100% contained, it's not contained. So just and I'm celebrating with you guys, man. What a crazy thing. I'm going to look at the Dersh fire right now. We're going to head on up to Shingletown. This is Tehama County, right? Now this is actually Shasta, probably on the border. So this alarmed me a bit, but they just have warnings for it. So this is Shingletown region. Just looks like to the southwest of the main, you call it. I don't know if Shingletown really has much of a downtown. I haven't been there in a long time, friends. But that is the thumbnail of today's video. Probably should explain that in the beginning. CAL FIRE, Shasta Trinity, which is SHU. Put this little collage thing up. I love it when they show us what's going on. The Dersh fire is currently 50 acres with 5% containment, and that was posted at 2:15 in the afternoon. Thanks to the quick actions by multiple agencies working together, forward progress has been stopped. That's so awesome. Thank you to our Shasta County and Sheriff's Office partners assisting with the evacuations and the road closures. So this is the thumbnail of the day. Man, hand crews out there working hard. Can you imagine how hot it is doing this? They have to wear long sleeves and everything to protect themselves. They're always layered up as if it's late autumn, even when it's over 100 degrees. So, man, you got the thick manzanita brush stuff. Those oily bushes burn like crazy. So, here they are, working hard. Great job, guys. Great job. So, I'm going to like and retweet that one. Remember, it's at K Wildfires, which is my Twitter, and I need to tweet that I'm live, actually. So, that's great. We don't have any more updates except, just oh, sorry, they did have evacuation orders. Now they are just warnings. Sorry, I missed that part. So they had, let's just do a time lapse. That one. What, 3 hour? Oh, you have to go back to 6 hour. Yeah, that was looking nasty, but they slammed it with the aircraft. Okay, look back. Lands outdoor adventure. Yeah, a very good point about not stressing people out during their time of need. Yeah, we want this to be a little sanctuary. I'm not trying to squelch anybody's free speech or expression. Of course, everybody's always welcome to get their own channel, say what they want. I had to rename this Catherine's World because I have to be memorable. I decided to split my channels. One would just be fire information, because if people said to me when I took a poll, if Catherine's World was just one channel and I put animal news and funny stuff and comedies and technical support and history and ghost town and explorer history adventures, not paranormal, but ghost town, like, more or less. Which is what I want to do. I want to explore abandoned places and historic places, interview old timers and stuff. People said that if they got too many notifications for the other stuff that's not fires, then they would get upset. Like, they might be annoyed. That's all they want to know is about fires, and I respect that. So I decided I would make a couple different channels: Catherine's World of, history, Catherine's World of wildfire tracking, and I tried to put wildfire tracking team. There weren't enough spaces for characters, but we are a team, guys. Please thank the mods. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you ever want to find us again. I decided that that's what I would do, and it hurts. It hurts my channel. The more views that any channel gets, and the more subs, the more popular you are, the more YouTube shows it to people. But I'm listening to the feedback, right? It makes sense. If we go live, there probably is something very wrong happening. for the wildfire tracking. A fire's broken out or the weather is, conducive to it, right? So I listened to the feedback, and there's plenty of other channels where they can discuss anything that they want. People expect it, but I think we're the only one that welcomes people as a very, very large support group as well. So, um, oh, Isaiah, how are you? Wow, that's been a long time. Haven't seen you since what, the Dixie? And how are you doing? Welcome back. I have wondered about you. Yes, yes. Um, did you ever get in touch with me, Isaiah? Isaiah was a wonderful mod who showed up during the Dixie fires that started getting closer and closer to Janesville and, well, Nevada, basically. I mean, still California, but, Janesville and Susanville, you're getting into the desert up there, um, over around these parts, right? Um, so, and the Dixie fire is gigantic. So, yeah, we wondered about you. Please give me an email because I don't know if I have it right now, Isaiah. Right here to um, right here, wildfires@gmail.com with your contact info. Of course, it won't be shared with anybody, but yeah, we're hanging in there. Mariposa almost got taken out by fire yesterday, so we watched way into the wee hours of the night. We're gonna look at the French fire, what they called it, and of course Thompson. Uh, After we do a fire roundup of the ones that have broken out today, um, yeah, you got it there. Yeah, send me an email with the contact info. I try to be able to contact. I need the ability to contact mods with a phone number, email, and like a name. In case that something weird happens. Like we've had people put the phone in their back pocket, and mods fell asleep on the couch, and then as they rolled around in their sleep, it started banning and timing out people and typing nonsense. If I ever like have a question about what's going on in your neighborhood, I'm hoping to be able to text my mods. It's not going to be shared with anybody, of course. Hey, Urban says, I want to know if Ringo's Star is watching. Is he? Is he here? Sorry, I didn't check chat. If so, you could stop in for a moment. What? That's new. Sorry. Looking back up at the chat here. Cherokee Dad says the lake fire is making an impressive ridge run. Oh man. So Isaiah, do you still want to be a pilot? Oh, firefighter pilot? Yeah, it's so good to see you. Isaiah is a youth mod and way more mature than a lot of the adults, that often come in and chat. He's a totally awesome resource for people worried about the Dixie as it approached and got into Lassen County. So I haven't seen her. Ringler Star is an awesome YouTuber, YouTube star, former. Uh, he should put it. We should put a Urban. Can you put a link to Ringler Star's YouTube channel? He does a half serious and half comedy show on his YouTube. Is very popular. It's called How the U.S. Forest Service Does This. Like how the U.S. Forest Service starts a fire, like in a stove, and the different methods. How the U.S. Forest Service does this or that, like tracks chipmunks, or you know what I mean. But it's really good survival and camping skills and outdoor skills. And then he adds a splash of comedy, deadpan comedy. I love his show. I'm so honored that he came in last year and said, "Hey, how's the fires doing?" And it was in northern and northwestern California. I was like, let's see. Yeah, that'd be cool if you put in chat, Irvin. Thank you. So Isaiah says, well, we're gonna look back real quick because apparently on the cameras the lake fire is off and running. So as we chat here, which one of my little tabs was the lake fire? Los Alamos 1, right? Los Alamos 1. Okay, is this it? Okay, so let's put it on a 1 hour time lapse. This ran down the hill towards the west, which is um like in 15 minutes it was crazy, just up on the ridge and basically swallowed the hill. So is this the correct camera angle to see this? I think they're hitting it with aircraft, but this it's not it's not really close to anything except for Lake Taka, I believe. But it's spreading fast. So let me go back up. Oh, you sent emails with photos of the Thompson. Thank you, Beaver. I'll check that in a minute. Isaiah says, okay, sorry, let me get back at the chat. Hey Jan, how are you doing? Thanks for following you. Great, guys, please hit the like button. I have to tweet that I'm live. I gotta tweet. I totally forget this. A lot of people don't get good, reliable notifications from YouTube. So I went over it. I went over it last night with some of the Android settings, but I have no idea how to make it work on an iPhone. So I'm live covering the French fire. The what is this one? The Lake Fire. Thompson fire and others. Okay. Post. Boom. Did it. Go to @KWildfires on the Twitter, the X, and share my posts on your own, and that will help people find us. So is the like button, and subscribe if you ever want to find us again. So let me look back to what Isaiah was saying. Express Fan Exodus says it's hi from hot Marin County, California. Hey, hi from really hot Portland. It's super. It is super humid. Let me turn the air conditioning back on. It's the humidity I can't take. I'm a bit heat exhausted and regular exhausted, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. So it is now 5:24 p.m. We're still eyeing the lake fire that's making some impressive runs, people are saying. So Isaiah says we got off a crazy night last night. Neighbor's house had their PGE meter explode. And so unfortunately I was up until 5 a.m. A gas baiter? Is that what it was, Isaiah? Holy mackerel. Glad everybody's all right. Whoa. Isaiah says, yes, I still want to work for CAL FIRE, although I'm looking into going into City Fire for the city of Anderson. I know one of the battalion chiefs. Awesome, Isaiah. Awesome. And you're friends with one of the engineers. Hey, good job. How did you meet that? Isaiah says I may lose the stream, though, because the internet's a little spotty. Okay, we'll come back and see us, of course. You can always hit the square button, guys, if it buffers or if it's blurry or something, and you can go to 480p if you need to. That's still okay on a cell phone. And, you can at least hear what's going on, right? So, Broke, hey, Broke, thanks for being here. Broke's one of our retired wildland firefighters. We were so lucky to have you, Broke. What do we need to watch today, Broke? There's fires around JBLM in Washington. Which one should we look at? Right now, we've been really eyeing this thing going on in it's Santa Barbara County, the Lake Fire. It's remote, but it's marching around. What was that, a vehicle? Like, it's spreading fast. Even the flanks are. We just saw it like swallow this. It must have been rollout. How quickly in 15 minutes? Whoop, there's a person. How quickly in 15 minutes it just went down a hill, and got to be really steep. Excuse me. It was at the top, and then it was at the bottom. So we're gonna keep an eye on that one. You gonna go get food? Brooke said, okay, you're allowed to, Brooke. um, so we'll keep an eye. But thanks for stopping by, Isaiah, and please come back and see us. And give me that email. Whenever I'm coming through places, I want to be able to text people and say, hey, I'm driving towards your county and stuff. So that mods, it's another reason I want mods to get in contact with me. Yep. Jen, Johanna Smith says, I'm on board from Alameda, California. We're check in for where you guys are, guys. How'd you find us? And where are you watching from? Letting chat guide me right now. We're going to do a roundup of the fires that began today. Then we're going to look at the French and Thompson, and I've got special battle maps to show you from the official sources of the Thompson and the French. Let me see here. Coordinating with Seed Probe. Oh, I needed to call a relative. We'll see if I can get a moment to peel away here. So looking back at what else has started today, we covered the Dersh. Looking back, did the Dersh already. Where are we now? We're at 46 minutes in the stream. Remember to share. We spread by word of mouth. If you hit the share button and just text it to somebody you think may want to know about the stream, don't know and could use this information, it's very much appreciated. So, man, very good to reconnect with people like Isaiah. Every once in a while, people disappear and then they come back a few years later and go, hi. That's awesome. Dusty Smokes came in yesterday. I said, are you back? He goes, occasionally. Dusty. Okay. All right. What is the Chittenden fire? Chittenden. Okay, looks like it was a very small one in Tehama County. Covered the Dersh. We'll look back at the Shelley in a minute. Anything in Oregon? What is that? The Furdale fire. Oh, they're mopping up. Okay, that looks like I'm familiar with that area. That's over by Bald Mountain, Bald Peak. Bald Peak is a park with a really good commanding view of the Willamette Valley. So glad they grabbed that one. You know what? That's where everybody used to go to light their fireworks and observe them when Portland had their big fireworks shows. So it could have been somebody barbecuing or recreating up there, but I've got to wonder. Depends on if it was up on Bald Peak itself. Said it was a brush fire, but okay. Let's go and look around the purple fire. What on earth is that? Checking on Oregon, Jefferson County. It is not actively monitored by watch duty, just they are pulling the database. Oil dry fire, Lake County, Oregon. 14 acres. Oh, that's 2 days ago. Why is that? Moving on there. Okay, any others we need to check on, friends? Then we can go back to French and Thompson. We keep an eye on the lake. Let me know if it's doing anything or if they start trying to notify people nearby. Checked on the Plenty. And we look back at the chat. Yeah, thank you, Express. Thank you. I think I got it. And remind me which mod you guys are. A couple sent me emails and they go, hi, checking in. I'm like, okay, but who are you? I got like 5 of these today. You know, I hate doing that. So right now, big fire of concern is the lake fire. We're gonna go check in. Let's go to the French fire. Let's see. 00 here. I'm hoping actually to eat in an hour. Actually say it's 6:30. Okay, hopefully C-Pro, are you listening? We'll get my message. So Angela Round says the lake fire, the fire has been mapped at 296 acres. Okay, thank you for updating us on that. Why can't we see flights? It got turned off. There we go. Let's turn it back on. Satellite hotspots. There's. Turn it back on. Fire parameters. Given historical was good. Alright, that's more like it. French fire, guys. Let's check in with Mariposa. The yellow is power outages on the map, but wow, did they do a phenomenal job with all the mutual aid and all the private crews and everybody who came together and all the pilots to save Mariposa's downtown. I don't know how many homes were damaged or lost. That we'll have to check in now. But man, we were up till almost 4 in the morning checking this out. It looked terrible, like just terrible on the cams, but I think I did a good job reminding people that the cameras make fires look worse than they are because they open up the shutter and let more light in just because they're in night mode, and they exaggerate brightness from, well, all objects. You can tell that street lights look like spotlights, you know. And so when people are not used to that, we had comments like, "Oh, the entire town's going to be wiped out. How sad." I'm like, nope. No, remember, the cameras exaggerate. They're not the best quality cameras on Earth. But having a photography background, I know that, and I know a lot of people don't. So it was quite bad. The town was absolutely in danger. And look how they let it race past the hillside up there. We kept seeing the downtown lights were okay, and they really couldn't stop it from making this run. And what ridge was that called again? I have some exciting maps to show you that are a little bit more clear about this. You can see my community post about the infrared map. That was a hard battle and fight. So let's. They've still got some mandatory evacuations in place. They'll have a map up from yesterday, I believe. Where did I put it? Let's check it. So, but man, what a crazy fire! And I'm proud of us and our stream getting the town of Mariposa. We suggested that everybody in the town and everybody near the town should be on alert and get prepared to evacuate. We said this hours, like just as it broke out, we said this hours before there were any even level 1 notices given to people in the town. So we called for people to text and call anybody in the region that they knew. Eventually, some of the people from here showed up in chat, and of course, we're helping to spread the word. But I do believe that we got a warning out to many people before the officials could, because I just saw the wind direction, and we've been through this rodeo before, guys. The wind was always blowing towards the town, and even though it was climbing away from the town and up hills, I knew that just if any little thing happened, like the wind shifting or becoming more intense, that it could jump 140 and absolutely threaten the town. It was the overall wind direction was to the south, blowing to the southeast. So it looked like they had it wrapped up. It looked like they really were turning the tide. And just before dark, that is what happened. Wind picked up, blew multiple spots over 140 near the intersection of Old Highway North and 140's intersection and a couple other places. They chased after it with helicopters, and then it got away. It just spotted over too many places at once, and it was too close to dark when they had to let go all of the aircraft. But they hit it with everything possible. From the get-go, they started asking for dozer crews more than 2 hours away and mutual aid help, which is a correct decision. And the only thing that I could fault them for, that was an extraordinary battle, and they slammed it with everything from 737s to nighttime helicopters, best they could do. The only thing I could possibly fault them for is not putting, as soon as the fire broke out, putting the region on at least a level 1 notice. I hope that the agencies changed their evacuation notice policies. But until then, here we are. And it's up to us to tell people best scenario, the worst scenario, and the middle ground. Everybody should know what the worst scenario is, and we basically saw it happen. Always be prepared for the worst. And it jumped as soon as, just as they almost had it under control, just as they almost had it completely ringed with retardant just before. All it took was that little wind gust change. So Isaiah says the 8 my camera. Oh, what's going on? A Vestal incident, a new one at Tehama County. Thank you. If you guys have not seen the crazy cameras, we're watching multiple fires here. This is the Mount Lillian too. We only have a 12-hour here. But the stream yesterday, starting around 6 p.m. If you ever want to go back, videos are there. It was just absolutely unreal. And we watched until about 3 in the morning. Look at the smoke spread out like that. Whoa. This is the last 12 hours at Mariposa. Isn't that eerie, guys? There's absolutely insane fire. I'm so happy the town of Mariposa is still there. That was a monumental effort. They all need awards. Terry, hey, welcome, Terry. Watching from the UK. Just watched Dune. What a long film. Yeah. I haven't seen the second part. I was hoping it would still be in theaters somewhere, like in a small one at least. It's a theater experience, you know. I don't know what happens at Dune. Don't tell me. I've only seen the first half of this latest movie. But what's going to happen? Look at the current smoke levels are so much reduced. Remember, until it's 100% contained, it's not contained, guys. And we will continue watching this. We have to have battle maps to show you guys where the infrared heat was detected. We've got a couple of photos and such, but we have to look at what the new fire was. A-Scroll, welcome back. There's a fire near the Joint Base Louis Accord in Western Washington, South Tacoma, near Olympia. Okay, we'll look at that next. Something just broke out in Tehama County. It's great. Yeah, I hope so. I love Hans Zimmer and soundtracks and stuff. I should probably read the books. Okay, we're keeping an eye on the lake fire down there. Let's see, what's this new event? We're going to come back to the French fire. Looks like there is Sikorsky helping them out. They had a 15% containment as reported 4 hours ago. They still do have some mandatory evacuations. We'll come back and look at the French fire. What's the new thing? Vestal. Thank you so much, Isaiah. You're stellar, as always. The 14,000 block of Pope Drive, across from Vestal in Tehama County. Firefighters responding to a vegetation fire, smoke visible on the camera. We'll check that out. Okay, so the 8 my camera, that's right. You're saying that, Isaiah. Pretty big smoke column. So let's at the higher resolution cam. Oh, A my. There's no T. Is it called A my? We've got multiple cams on this fire. So which direction is it looking a moment? To the southwest. Okay, so this is somewhere west of Red Bluff. Do a 1 hour time lapse. Turn off the air conditioning. All right. I'll keep an eye on this guy too and go back to the French fire. Okay, I couldn't sneeze. But we know it's flatland, but it's still concerning when they have issues up here. Okay, so smoke column is going mostly up. Probably should do a 30-minute. Look at all these high tension power lines everywhere. Okay, 30-minute time lapse. That'll give us more frames. So we are checking out. We're just interrupting the French fire roundup there. to check out the new one at Pima County and called the Vestal. Okay, so it just broke out, saying at least it was reported about 6 minutes ago. So if there's an update, guys, you let me know about it. Why is my phone silent? Probably it has a maximum of 24 notifications of watch duty. Yep, it maxed out. I have to clear it. Now I can get new watch duty notifications. Wow, I hate it when it does that. Happens with Samsungs though. Okay. Let's go back to looking at the French. Well, that's the lake one. They've got aircraft on that. Keep an eye on that for me, guys, if you can. That's rural Santa Barbara County, but it's still very concerning. You know what? We may have a 24-hour time lapse. It's a little bit lower resolution. Let's see if we have that for the French. Otherwise, I'll have to show you guys how crazy it was back in my own stream from yesterday. That was just insane. Just walls of fire marching towards the town. Isaiah says I'm going to mute this stream and listen to CALEVERAS TGU on Broadcast 5. Okay, great. Great. Keep us informed. Good job. Yeah. Okay, bus ranger, and one thing that isn't given enough attention to is the Mariposa sheriffs are quick to do a door-to-door notice after their volunteers show up with stock trailers to begin evacuating animals, and that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Kathleen says, Danford says Linda was a garbage dump fire, or they think that someone may have started it. Yeah, we couldn't cover much of the Olinda. Sorry, instead of going back to the French fire, sorry, forgot about Washington. Sorry, A Squirrel. Olympia, Washington, we care about Washington. It's just harder to get info. And they are in red flag. So it's not exactly Olympia, it's South Dakota. Okay. Yeah, Olympia's further to the west. Okay. That was a vegetation fire. All resources cleared and command has been terminated. Okay, good. Looks like they pounced on it. Is this the one that we were supposed to be looking at? They got some pretty decent winds out of the north that could have made that bad. Is this the one we were going to look at, A Squirrel? Oh, and Angela was already giving an update. Yeah, let's phew. A Squirrel, as soon as this calms down, you are on speed dial for. We'll do a little mini interview thing live on the stream if we can about the biochar, and I do want to know about that. I'm so sorry it's been chaos. This is the most hellish weather we could almost possibly have during 4th of July. So I really hope to take a break after this. But I just said that. I may have cursed us. Hopefully not. Let's go back to the French fire, and we are keeping an eye on what's going on in Tehama County. We'll go back later and just check out what's going on in Yakima County, but it's always been difficult to get any kind of camera or any kind of update. Hey, we have 107 viewers. Welcome, everybody. Please hit the like button. It's very difficult to get any kind of update. But you guys have to see the incredible footage last night. Yesterday is unbelievable. I am just going to pull up my own channel. We'll just go back to what happened because I know what the timestamps are. It broke out around 6. Go to my own channel. You can always hit the purple K. Go to my actual channel. Then you'll see right here whenever a live video is happening. So this is what you should bookmark on your browser. This is my channel page. And if you don't get timely notifications or you don't, for some reason, have that set up, you can always just check my channel page or have that on a bookmark somewhere in your browser. And you can see whether or not we're live. We have to restart the stream at least every 12 hours. And so all of you hitting the like button is super appreciated because restarting a stream means you're back at the bottom of the search results. And so I'm not trying to like beg for likes because, oh, I want want my channel to be popular. I want other people to find us. We have people that come in and they say, I looked through your stream and couldn't find you. And so YouTube only promotes trending videos, thinks we're all entertainers. Oh, what was the watch duty jingle? So you hitting the like button helps people find us, and I'm really appreciative. Hey, there's a Road 11 fire update Mansville, Washington, or Mansfield, Washington. 50% containment. That's good. We were monitoring that yesterday. Cool. So what you do is you go to videos, or videos, but live, and you can see my entire archive. Like you can sort by oldest. And Red Monday, dramatic live firefighter radio. Started covering Washington County, which is breaking out with fires, and Multnomah too. That was when this all really started. There's no sign of my older Paradise videos. I'd have to re-upload, but a lot of how we began in 2020, going all the way through 2021 and the Dixie Fire, it's mostly just sort by date. If you go to live latest, of course we have yesterday, the insane situations. We started at 3:36. If we go up and we look at the clock, here is how it started at Mariposa. Just some little thing going up a hillside. We got evacuation notices out 25 seconds after they called for them on the radio. We notified people. See how it says French fire, call people, alert people. We gave many people hours notice. And I don't know if anybody was watching this stream down there. They probably didn't have much of a presence yet. But people who knew people began to call people in the area. And I said, it may not look that bad from just out the window, but I showed people how it looked like a mushroom cloud from other cameras, and that's on your doorstep. So they did everything they could, really, really crazy trick flying right there. But when we go into some of the later time lapses, and as it went on, it went completely insane. It didn't look that bad. See the shadows encroaching on the mountain. And just as they were about to completely line it with retardant, and then we thought maybe it would be, mop up time. That's when all hell broke loose. Big wind gusts pushed it over Highway 140. They chased after it with helicopters and ground crews, but it got established, and then it spotted again and again and again. And then you'll see the incredible walls of flame start marching. So that was what was happening at 7:30. I don't remember exactly when hell broke loose. So just keep going. You'll see just insane time lapses. This is when we started going, oh my God. See, where are some of my, yep, see, then it started, walls of flame started marching towards the town right about dusk. Okay, we have an update on the Vestal fire real quick to interrupt the review of and overview of the French fire. So the Vestal fire is Teheva County, Shasta County, isn't it? Fires 3.5 acres in grass, or 3 to 5 acres in grass, oak, and woodland with moderate rate of spread, but it's hung up on the creek on both sides, requesting 2 Type 1 tankers per air attack. Okay, we'll go back to the Vestal fire later. So this is when it just started to get bad. We went back, that's a different one that was in Butte County. We tried to monitor those at the same time, but look how it just started running towards the town with open flames on the camera. This is absolutely crazy. So let me mark down, and it gets crazier. So, marching flames replay here. Look at it. It can go from 0 to 60 in no time. This is the difference between it starting at around 6 p.m. and 8:45 p.m. So all throughout the night, it surrounded the town on the east side. They kept it away from the west side of the town, but it ran a ridge line all the way past the town, and they had quite a battle keeping it out of the downtown. Otherwise, it would have been, devastated. So they did individual battles to save homes and neighborhoods. I don't know what the damage report is right now. If any of you guys could tell me, you have good source, local information source that you could quote. Later throughout the night, it got even worse on the cams like that. So to remind people that as bad as that looks, the cameras exaggerate light. You can see how bright even like, I believe that's the hospital cluster right here in the center. They had a shelter-in-place order for the hospital neighborhoods right around there. Shelter-in-place for a couple of different the tourists hanging out, and they have many motels there because it's the gateway to Yosemite. Yosemite has very, very limited camping and hotel availability, so most people stay in Mariposa or elsewhere to go visit that natural wonder. I can only imagine, like, especially foreign nationals going, what the hell? What the hell? You know? Can you imagine the people, like people pointing like Godzilla, Um, but just goes to show how crazy it was. Despite this is what happened by the time 9 o'clock rolled around. We then checked back at Butte County, but just look how insane it was. And I was very worried for the Baptist church and others. I hope that came out okay. The infrared heat spots last night seemed to show that it wasn't harmed. But look at the screen if you aren't, just about how insane this was on the cameras. So I'm glad I could keep some people calm. Somebody thought that this inferno was just erasing everything in its path. No, it's exaggerated on the cameras because they exaggerate light. So, but this is up. This video, if you wanted to look at it, yesterday's video, we tracked it live all throughout the night, and I only went to sleep when I was satisfied that now. And then we got a different look. This is looking to the southeast. So you can see the town. So like the left side of the screen is the left side of the screen is east portion of the town and the hill, and it raced along that ridge line and then came back down in two different spots towards the high school and track and field area of town. We've got some pictures. Sarah Luna provided some pictures when it first began, but this is one we had to constantly monitor. It was just touch and go for so long. Yeah, here's one of the pictures from the town as the fire came towards them. Just unbelievable. We look back at chat. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, Ace Girl says a fire near JBLM. Okay. Yeah, J-Craft is evening wind shift. Yeah. Happy late 4th of July. Hey, bro, how are you doing? How are you? I stayed indoors the entire time. I heard fireworks going on. So let's just you can see just how nuts it was with the French fire, and they saved the downtown. Just what an effort, So Kathleen Denford says, I hope to get on it soon. The Rancho Tehama residents live out that way. Yeah, we'll go back and we'll be checking on what's going on in Chester County real quick. Jay Kraft says, I was looking on watch duty today. I was amazed on how it went into the town after feeling the stiff breeze on the ridge nearby. I'm not surprised. Yeah, Jay Kraft, that's right. You're local to there, right? Have you got more information for us? I've got a squirrel brain today, just due to exhaustion. Let's look back up. Yeah, Maple Leaf yesterday was incredible. So let me show you some of the battle maps and what it's looking like today. We'll do a kind of an overview. We're still looking at others. I was showing people how to later make YouTube actually give you notifications when we're live. There's a lot of Android settings you got to set up, but as you can see, it's like almost 3 in the morning because we are still monitoring what was going on there. And just as I was like, hey, it's time to go to bed, they said, oh, embers are starting to rain down over the line But thank goodness they didn't catch anywhere. So I went, what? What? And we did hear right before I finally got offline. I really couldn't sleep till like 7 in the morning, but nerves, you know. And we started hearing on the radio that the dozer crews were tying in areas called, black line, and that's basically what becomes containment percentage. So, but it's totally insane. One of the most exciting, riveting battles we've ever seen. We've seen a lot of battles to save towns. If you do want to go back, you started at 6 p.m. on the clock on the screen. That's a link to yesterday's broadcast. But if you want to check that out later, you can always just go to my channel page. Looking back at chat. Hey, Jay Cat, how you doing? Something's going on in Sonora, or is that just where somebody lives? Look back up chat. I want to show you some battle maps that I was able to find. I have a private source. So there's multiple tankers, like tanker 131 and 133, sitting on the tarmac at KRDD. I don't know which airport that is, but that he's tracking it. It's on it. Yes. Okay. Kathleen Danford says most likely dry as mine slows down as fire break unless overrun with grass. Okay. I'm not sure which conversation. Lady Bird says, what? They came at me like a swarm of bees when I told them about the fire last night. Who? What, Lady Bird? Who did? What? What did they say? And who? Oh, hey, Bob RBJ 2 says, do you have containment info on Goat Mountain Fire south of Estacada? Didn't even know there was one. Let me look. Anyway, let's interrupt our French. We'll go back to it. We got a priority to, of course, check out current fires. So it's not looking. This is the one that's over there. This is the 8 by cam in Shasta, Tehama County. So let's come right back to the French fire. There's still people evacuated there. We have to just keep in mind what people potentially impacted by fire are going through with their emotional turmoil inside, and not take that personally. I've had people barge in and say, "How dare you say my town's threatened?" It's because it's a horrible concept. They don't want to believe it, so they'll just lash out at whoever spoke what is a deep fear already in their heart. So we can just not feel bad, It doesn't have to affect us, especially if we consider what they're facing. We can, if you have sympathy and compassion for others, it doesn't feel bad. They don't really have the ability to hurt you, or at least not much. So let's look. We're doing a quick. We'll be looking back at the French fire here. Make its own tab. There. Are. We'll even go to the Basin and the other forgotten fires too. But this is the current view of what's going on, either Shasta or Tehama County. I even forget right now. So what's happening? The Vestal fire, right? County. Tehama. So it's still only like 5 acres. We'll just keep an eye on it. The Goat Mountain. Goat. By Estacada. Oh. South of Estacada. Clackamas County. Is this by Bagby Hot Spring? No. It's further west, but it's alarming. So it's east of Malala, far east of Malala as you get into the mountains. 1 to 2 acre fire for Oregon Department of Forestry. Facebook. I have a Facebook, so I can show you what you can't get anywhere else. A lot of people just don't do Facebook, and they miss out on fully half of the information. So, update 9 hours ago. It's a 1 to 2 acre fire. The east flank is lined and plumbed in. We have multiple crews on the scene. This will be the only update unless significant changes occur. Why is there so much logging slash that wasn't burned in prior seasons? Or is it a prior wildfire devastation area that they had to log? I don't know. Because it was on fire. What loggers have to do to reduce fire danger and to get rid of fungus is, they only take the logs, the trunks, Man, I hate clear cutting. They left a lot of other trees, interspersed. I wouldn't mind that, but just all of them, I don't like that. What they do is they rake up all the pieces, all the dead pieces, the limbs and everything. They're full of fungus that start to attack dead vegetation. And if they're all over on the ground, it'll attack the root systems of living trees and spread fungal disease like crazy, plus be a fire hazard. So after they do logging, they rake it all up into big slash piles and they burn the slash to fertilize the soil to start the regrowth process and the disease cycle and, well, eliminate fire hazards. So I don't know what's going on here. What a commanding view, though, of Willamette Valley. It has Mount Hood in the back. Hey, and that's Mount St. Helens. Wait. Yeah. Hey, look. I believe. I can't make this bigger, can I? That, I think right there is St. Helens, and the one to the right is Adams. So this would be looking north by northeast or north by northwest from Goat Mountain here. What a commanding view. I bet Hood is on the horizon on other pictures. Look. Mount Hood is pointy. You could tell the difference. So, all right. Who knows what happened there? Okay, that's our checkup on Goat Mountain. Back to the French fire and the insanity that was the French fire last night. Very proud. Everybody, thank you for your kind support and all the mods who helped me with the chaos yesterday. We got the early evacuation warnings to the whole Mariposa area hours and hours before the authorities started issuing level 1. So, yep, Adams is just to the east of Helens. Yep. I just couldn't tell which way that photograph was looking. I flew over that with a sea probe, and let me see if I still have that picture handy. I handed my camera to my mom, and she took an amazing picture of Mount St. Helens out the window. I was in the passenger seat, found out that you have to, it was on Easter, you have to fly counterclockwise around Mount St. Helens because tourists do it all the time to avoid mid-air collision. So I was in the passenger seat, so I was on the wrong side of the plane to take a picture. So let's see, St. Helens. I just had this open. Let's see, yeah, flight with that word. Folder's empty. That's not good. Okay, 1 second. I'll just give it up if I can't find it. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Okay. Look at that. Ugh. This was on Easter this year. So here's St. Helens with its lava dome crater thing. It has had a super healthy snowpack. But Sea Pro was awesome. So quite an awesome Easter trip. We flew around Adams as well. We were supposed to go over to Hood, but Hood had some crazy clouds. So as we came back towards the PDX area, We almost hit a dang eagle. It almost went through the windshield of the plane. I had just stopped filming, like, to look down, and my phone was overheating. I look up, and there's a juvenile bald eagle trying to throw on the brakes, and it avoided the plane. It was weird. The bald eagle had its eyes as big as dinner plates, threw its body back, put its little yellow feet in the air, tried to flap backwards, and then just decided to turn and almost bounced off the left, the pilot side of the plane wing. I couldn't even yell or scream a warning. I was just like, ah, 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 ah. We were looking out for other planes because we were getting close to an airport. That would have been some crazy viral stuff. I was about to duck. I was sure it was going to come through the windshield, and then I was about to grab the yoke in case C-Pro was blinded by glass shards in his eyes. It was a sketchy situation. But I do have some video that later, if I ever could get the time to put together, I could not live stream from an airplane. That's not legal. But I did film it for you, friends. It's just when am I going to get the time to do this stuff? It's more important to make contact with donors and new breaking situations, right? But that is a special thing for you guys. Maybe if I make a Patreon, would you guys like to see that sort of stuff behind the scenes? Let me know. Yeah, I know Spy Man. I met some of the people who were climbing atoms the day it blew up. Yeah, but we have to go back to fire, danger and fires today. But I went there on the anniversary on May 18th, so look for my Coldwater Ridge video. I at least we were unable to make it all the way to David Johnson. There's a massive road washout, landslide. This is the firefight. This is a firefight yesterday to save Mariposa. Nobody can get to David Johnson Observatory, but Coldwater Ridge has a secondary one that they've opened. It was a pretty low-key affair, but I did film some there. We have a new fire, Pearl Fire, off of Keysville Road, south of Highway 155, Lake Isabella. 2 acres approximately with moderate rate of spread. Let's see if we have to look at that. But I want to go back and show you guys the French fire battle maps that I have. It's not exclusive access to, but not a lot of people have access. That's Kern County. So somebody keep an eye on that, please, friends. Oh, did I just get a donation? Let me see. It's so hard to keep track of things. Thank you, people who have used the PayPal link and the Cash App. They don't take 30% like Super Chat does. Remember, guys, please hit the like button so people can find us. Oh, Jake here, hello, says there's a second alarm fire at Thousand Oaks. Oh dear. Okay. Let's check it out. We'll come back to the French fire course. Thousand Oaks. So at the Highway 23 and 101 connector. What's it called? Can't remember where that is. That's Southern California, right? Rancho, yeah. Oh dear. So down here in Ventura County, that's right. Been to this area. The Rancho Fire, Thousand Oaks. Copter reports the fire is now 5 acres with a medium rate of spread, pushing east towards a structure on Willow Lane, which will be impacted within 1 hour. It reports that the fire is being pushed by topography and wind. Okay. Potential for impact to structures will hold us second alarm this time, requesting additional Type 2 helicopters. Okay. We're interrupting our French fire coverage. See the battle maps a little bit later. It's called Rancho Fire in Ventura County. Yeah, if you know anybody down here, please let them know this fire exists. Don't assume that they know. People could be taking a nap, watching binge watching Game of Thrones or something, you know. So it may try to climb the hill and go into a neighborhood simultaneously. Prevailing wind seems to be out of the southwest. So let's look at the camp. Jingle back on my watch. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Let's do a 30-minute time lapse. Yeah. Look at the wind. The smoke column doesn't go up. Doesn't go up very, very tall, does it? Are we looking due north? That's the easiest way for me to tell which way the smoke is going. Sorry, we need a 1 hour time lapse. This is the Decker 1 cam. Yeah, if we're looking due north, the smoke column is basically going due east. That doesn't quite line up with what. Yeah, it is. It is where the prevailing winds are headed. Oh, we just got another donation, I believe. Thank you, friends. I don't know where on my crazy amounts of notifications it's gonna tell me. Thank you so much. I think we just had a Cash App come in. I have like 75 notifications. Excuse me. But thank you so much. We're getting much closer to our laptop goal. I was hoping we could have a little bit of a lazy day and do a little shopping, and I was hoping to recruit you guys to be on the lookout for laptops of certain parameters in their sales. I was going to give you guys like here we need a screen size like this, has to be touchscreen, has to be at least this good of a processor. A RAM I can upgrade myself. You know, who cares about hard drives? I can upgrade that myself. I can't upgrade a video card. So it has to have this video card, this screen size, this processor, at least this or better. I was hoping you guys could alert me to sales I have no idea about, because I don't have any time to even wash my dishes, let alone look around shopping to various places. I'm hoping that Lenovo might make a yoga. I would hope that we could fold it over so it can be in my lap and I can draw on maps and then broadcast my laptop as a second screen. I hope that it can be good enough on its own for taking the show on the road. I'm stuck here glued to my living room and I can't visit my family in California or go to the sites of some fires because I don't have a good enough laptop. But with your kind donations, we're getting there, friends. I think we're over 1,000 for sure now. And now with the webcam dying, we'll have to spend a little bit of money on that, but we'll get there, friends. If there's a good webcam, and anybody can look out for that, at least 1080p, let me know. We'll snatch it on sale. Okay, so continue to monitor this. Oh, Spyman, thank you for continued kind donation and support. You get hearts. Sorry, I didn't. I skipped some chat. We are looking now at the Rancho fire. We'll go back to look at French and then the Thompson. But we have to cover the ones that break out as a priority. And just see what's going on. So like the last 30 minutes, you can see the smoke column going due east, and it looks like they got some pretty significant wind gusts and or prevailing winds in the area here in Ventura County. That might push it straight towards homes. So we're watching this. Let's look at CalTopo. Get a good idea of where. We'll look back at Mariposa. That's where we were with CalTopo. Yeah, got some real good winds in Santa Barbara County. Let's see, fire activity. Got some different hotspots. Which one's which? Rancho fires at Thousand Oaks. That is what we're looking at. And then we'll keep an eye on the lake, which is further that way. It's just west of LA. We actually, yeah, is that our little heat detection right there in Thousand Oaks? Sorry, this map is chaos. Let's see, TF outdoors. The shade of relief, maybe. Yeah, so Greenwich Village, like I always say, guys, anybody in this area needs to know right now and be prepared to leave. Just who knows how bad things could get. Everything changed with Mariposa last night when it was looking pretty calm. So these are significant winds. You can see that the smoke column is like laying down. So Gardens of the World area, this Estella Park, Coastal Sage, Peace Park area, Arroyo, Caneo, South Fork, entire region here. Neighborhoods around Russell Park, be on alert, be very aware. They've got a good freeway to try to stop it, but the high winds it can spot over. So everybody really needs to be on alert here. You know people there, dial them up. Okay. Looking back up. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm sorry I missed a whole bunch of chat. We will go back to the French fire, right? Uh, we'll go back checking it. Yeah, of course. You're welcome for checking on Goat Mountain. Jay Craft says the Oak Fire in 2022 is hard on folks near the French fire. Yeah, tell me about that, Jay Craft. I don't remember specifically covering it a lot, but we tried to do our best in 2022. I was in California at the time. That's when I realized I needed a better laptop. It just didn't work. So looking back at chat, there are 2 fires near Thousand Oaks. J.E. Cat says one in Ventura County, one in L.A. Well, the one in Ventura County is pretty significantly far away. If you're talking about the lake, yeah. Looking, Angela Round says Dayton fire in Dayton, Nevada. No structures immediately threatened, but might be near a homeless area along the river. Right. Yeah, the cams in LA County made wet spots of fresh water outside for the kitties and chickens. Okay, not sure what you guys were referencing there, but thank you so much. The kind donations coming here today. We got $40. $40 or so. I don't know if that's before or after they take the cut. Rates at least that I can see on Super Chat. The free way to help is like the stream and subscribe if you ever want to find us again. It's really hard. If you don't, just hit the share button and share it with anybody you think needs to know about the fire. So, you were talking about the Plenty. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the lake. The lake's significantly far away in Santa Barbara County. The Rancho fire is just over the line in Ventura County, but it's almost the line of LA. And within LA, we have the Plenty. Yeah, sorry. Spaced out. I haven't eaten yet today. Hopefully soon we get my dinner on. So let's look back at our cams. Like I said, it looks like it's got some significant winds. Last 30 minutes, looking almost due north. You can see the freeway. You can see where it's headed towards. Hopefully they can stop it at the freeway. But with this amount of wind, if it got up into the hills, it could easily spot over it. And I'm a little bit worried for these homes actually eventually on the foreground. Now that I think about it, it'll climb hills even against the wind. So let's see which communities are in the foreground of the. We're checking the Rancho fire, guys. Yep, quite a few of them. It's just these can go up and down these hills pretty rapidly. So anybody south of this fire actually needs to be on alert too. Because of, well, terrain and possibly quite a lot of fire load up there. Anywhere by Lake Sherwood, these people should really know about fire and be prepared to go even if the authorities aren't saying that yet. True Info, Community Park region, Westlake, the northwestern portion, they should all be on alert. So, but the immediate threat would be the way the wind is blowing and perhaps the Gardens of the World area if it spots over the freeway. Let's see what they're saying about it. See what the status is. So Sean says 173 Mojave River Road to AC Rapid Spread in San Bernardino County. Is that a new fire? Dayton fire, 2 to 3 acres. Angela, which county? I guess we'll look it up. Yeah, we're getting new ones every second here, guys. So, yeah, thank you for reminding people to donate and whatnot. Checking out chat. If I missed anything, please get my attention again. So 3 minutes ago, we had an update for this Rancho fire. The units on scene report their objectives are to keep the fire south of 101, east of Rancho Road, west of Caneo School, and north of the White Horse. North of White Horse, the priority is perimeter control and structure protection. The fire is holding it only 5 acres. That's really good news. It's quite a lot of smoke for a 5-acre fire. Here's a photo by an anonymous user. If you have, wow, it's a very good photo. If you have watch duty, you don't have to register or do anything. There's a camera button. Click it, take a picture of your fire, submit it, and you can really help everybody tracking fires and watch duty personnel and even the firefighters themselves understand from different viewpoints what the fire is doing and where it's going. So, nice area, nice homes. And we're in a very flammable part of California, right? So a lot of times these fires happen to be by freeways because the freeways are in the mountain passes, and that's the same thing as a wind tunnel. That makes for a very good fire break if possible. So I hope everybody will be all right there. What is the new one? The Vestal is now at 5 acres in Tehama County. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. What Jake here says looks like Thousand Oaks has about 6-mile-per-hour winds. I think their gusts though are a lot fiercer. I think they're in red flag. See, if they're not in red flag, they're right next to it. See this. So we could read the red flag if it'll say humidity, gusty. Hey, how do I get to it? Okay. So down there, Ventura County, Santa Barbara Mountains, I-5 corridor, western Santa Barbara coast, interior San Luis Obispo County, and Kiama Valley, or whatever, how you say that. Extremely long duration heat wave will bring very hot and dry conditions southern southwest California into next week, hottest today and Saturday in most areas. Hold on to your butts. The hot and dry conditions will coincide with the northwest to northeast winds gusting from 25 to 45 miles an hour today through tonight in many mountain and interior areas, as well as southwest Santa Barbara County. That's why this information is what the real reality is. That's why I don't like the normal just weather apps that don't add this. They just show regular weather, and it's lying to the public. Oh yeah, the winds will be 6 miles an hour, maybe 10. Okay, what about this? So I think it should be a legal requirement, but most iPhones, for example, and others like Android, most weather apps don't have this extra info, the fire weather, Took me a very long time. I was well into my adult life before I even knew anything about this. So this is the red flag weather. It looks like they are having very, very strong wind gusts looking at that column. So relative humidity is 5 to 15% down there. And driest in the foothills. Temperatures 85 to 100 degrees across southwest Santa Barbara coast, up to 110 degrees in the foothills and the mountains. Impacts: if fire ignition occurs, conditions are favorable for rapid fire spread, extreme fire behavior, which will threaten life and property. Hot temperatures will bring potential for very large vertical plume growth. The fact that it's not a vertical plume means it's because of the wind. So, yeah, this is something that's serious. Everything down there is serious. I look back at the chat. Hey, coming back and see us, right? This is why I'm so concerned. things that start out a little bit not too bad, we can have that change of what if wind gusts become 50 miles an hour or so for an extended period of time, like 25 solid minutes. This is why the people in the entire area need to be aware of the potential for the explosive growth here. Angel rounds next. We'll look at the Dayton next. Is that something new that just started? Keep an eye on the Rancho. Hopefully they'll pounce on it. The Dayton. What is that? Lyon County, Nevada. Okay. Thank you, Angel, for letting me know about that. Northeast of Carson City. Vegetation fire estimated 2 to 3 acres, extending along the fence and into cottonwood trees. No current structure threat per incident command yet arriving on scene, but additional resources have been requested. Okay. Okay. That was not the correct link. Watch duty error. I don't feel like buying a domain name for $25,000, do you? Image.link. Yeah, maybe we should fundraise for that. Let's buy that domain name. Okay, let's do a quick time lapse. What's going on in Nevada? Hold on to your butts. The reason we start late is because after 4 is when most of the fires heat up and go off cooking because of maximum heat and well, sunlight on fires boosts their behavior. And because we have little to no humidity recovery throughout the night, high winds throughout the night, like many places of California, that means that I have to start later to broadcast for my full 12 hours up to 4 in the morning. That's basically what we had to do for Mariposa yesterday. So I hope you understand when we start after 4 p.m. That's when things get the worst. And I don't want to restart the stream in the middle of the night. But please hit the like button and subscribe if you ever want to find us again. So this is what's going on in Nevada. We'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully that stays small. But Nevada's had some pretty crazy ones near Reno a week and a half ago. Yeah, hold on to your butts. Exactly, guys. Hey, thanks, Express Bandage. Oh, Craigslist laptops. I don't know about that. It's hard to verify that nothing's broken. It's hard to, but thank you. I mean, it's still a good link. Even if I don't buy one used, I'd hope to have a warranty. My last laptop overheated and it's just outside of the warranty, but it made me understand the importance of that. It overheated and nearly started a fire in my bedroom. Spending money on a very robust, it has to be pretty new laptop that has at least a 3060 card in it, 3070 or 4070 video card. I would feel uncomfortable spending $1,000 or $2,000 on a laptop with no warranty whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But if the make and model number is good, we could see if there's any that are still like new. You know what I mean? Like clearance. Miguel Fire, 38,000 block of 12th Street, East Palmdale. Forward progress stopped. Awesome. Cool. Okay, stop spamming me, watch duty. The right fire, area of the Blue Creek Mountain Trail in Orleans. And then we got a plenty fire update right after that. Jeez. Okay, we'll keep monitoring situations. All right, show on phone. But thank you. I mean, I really appreciate all help. Right fire, Humboldt County. Blue Creek Mountain Trail by Orleans. Per incident, command 1 acre with a slow rate of spread per air attack. Best access for incoming resources, Highway 96 to Fish Lake Road. Another one to look out for. So we'll go back to looking at the French fire, but we're going to quickly take a look at update at the lake and the French. We looked at the Dayton near Carson City, Nevada. Lots to check up today. We knew this would happen, guys. Bidiston, I'm not sure what you're saying, Michael. Is that a different way to pronounce something? Um, maybe, I'm not sure what Michael's trying to say. So let me look down. There might be a child who's gotten a hold of somebody's phone. We've seen that before. Let's look back at the lake fire. Excuse me. This is first real quick, last 5 minutes of the Rancho. Where's the lake? Whoa, Los Alamos, last 1 hour time lapse. So who knows? The fire's got to be spreading downwind, and it is spreading towards the camera too. I would say it's left flank, anyways, west flank. We saw alarmingly quickly. Whoops, that's too big of a zoom. We saw it moving down this hill alarmingly fast in just 15 minutes, more than an hour ago. Got another watch duty update. What is it? Vegetation fire in Lenny Lane and Garcall Drive, the east foothills of what? 2.5 to 3 acres, light flashy fuels getting into heavier brush with structures threatened per San Jose Fire Department, and resources are at the scene. Like I said, hold on to your butts. I was hoping to eat right now. Oh my God. But we can see retardant stuff going on with the lake fire. It's not near habitations right now, but I think people should be aware that the lake fire has potential to become quite a seriously large, big fire for Santa Barbara County. All right, what's the new one that's threatening structures in San Jose area? What did I just say it was called? It doesn't have a name. It's called vegetation fire. Oh, that's saying Santa Clara. Okay. It's in Kern County on my watch, or was that a second one? Okay. Santa Clara has no name. Yeah. Due east of Sunnyvale in the hills in the northeast corner of San Jose proper. So we do have structures immediately threatened. I'm sure they need evacuations to be going on right now for Mount Hamilton Road area, northeast portion of San Jose. They said 3 wildland response requested by Incident Command. Structures are being impacted on Kenny Lane, with the first 5 engines to report there for structure protection. So if you know anybody northeast San Jose, give them a call and let them know. Don't assume that they know about this fire. This is breaking news and serious threat. So let's take a look at the cameras. They haven't given it a name yet, but it's the northeast corner of San Jose. Man, and look at the waist high grass all over everywhere. Hold on to your butts. Let's look at, this is right where the urban interface is, the urban meets wildland interface. It should be a mandatory requirement to put fire break roads that are permanently installed on the edges of neighborhoods and put a growth boundary so that they matter, so that homes are protected, because these hills are meant to burn. It's natural on the wild, on the land. California always has about 8,000 lightning strikes in June and July alone, or July and August alone. It will hit dry grass. These things will race even if humans are not involved. Okay, forward progress stopped. I think that was what the Pearl fire was. Oh my God, watch duty is just spamming me into oblivion. The Plenty fire has forward progress stopped. Awesome. Uncheck the button for notifications on that one. Okay. Z-Probe's asking if I could take a break to eat. Let me try to find that answer for him. I'm supposed to be eating right now. Let me ask if it's ready. I really have to eat something today. Just had a couple of pretzels. So, sorry, let's do a 30-minute time. Look at that waste high grass. Oh, why wasn't this burned off already? Just with control burns. But this seems to have started right in the neighborhood. Whoa, that was a huge smoke explosion. Just look at that. So they said structures are being impacted. That means they're in the yards. They're lapping at the homes themselves. So for sure, they'll be calling for mandatory evacuations. They're in progress of getting people out in this individual little neighborhood, northeast corner of San Jose. So I don't know that there's any homes or anything up on the hills, but it's already established in the neighborhood. So it's Mount Hamilton Road, Observatory Drive area, Anderson Road, Darkle, Darkal Drive. And they said the structures were being impacted on Kenny Lane, which I'm not seeing immediately here. But it do help the first responders by calling people that you know here to let people know. Going door to door is hard. So, well, we'll see what happens here. Wait, is this the same? The cameras don't look the same as what the neighborhood looks like. Did they place the icon for the fire on the correct road? Has it looked like there was just a big grassy hill at the top, or am I not seeing the terrain correctly? See what I mean? Something looks odd. See this huge grassy slope? Like, where's that on the... Okay, let me look at which direction. It's looking at it, looking to the northwest. But I don't know if it's been plopped down on a correct intersection here on the map. And if so, then I might be giving wrong information about who needs to evacuate. I mean, I don't want to be. So I just don't see the rest of the big hillside. So where's Kenny Lane? Did it spot, or did they put the fire's icon in the wrong neighborhood? So Mount Hamilton, oh, it is Kenny Lane right there. So, but you see how the camera view looks quite different than what we're seeing on the maps? Okay. JCat says the city of Moron. Yes, that's a real place. They have wildfire breaks every 6 blocks. They're 250 feet wide. Sounds good. Be sure to get electrolytes and drink. Thank you. That's a good idea. Yeah, we could have a new mountain homestead grant program. Yeah. So San Jose fires marked it right in a nice neighborhood. I just don't see how the camera view is lining up with what we're seeing in the map. You know, I don't want to put on the radio quite yet. I'm not sure what I should do. I have to take a break for dinner, and we'll go back to looking at what's going on with the French fire. We have to prioritize the things that are breaking out right now. I guess maybe the grassy hills in the foreground. It's very discombobulating. I would assume that what we were looking at is like more over here. Zoroastrian temple? There's a Zoroastrian temple right here. Really? You don't see that every day. If you see what I'm showing you, I'm not a Zoroastrian, but I honor the world's first monotheism. That really, the prophet Zoroaster was the first to say, "Hey, there's only one God. All the others are fake and false." That influenced a lot of other people in the region, such as the Hebrews and other Semitic peoples. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, yeah. So let's look back here. Sorry, we have to have humor every once in a while. So we have a good. Let's look back at the cam. It's just discombobulated by the view. It like the neighborhoods from the top-down view where the watch duty is just seems to be like there would be neighborhoods up here to the right. Oh well, let's see if we got other camera views that make more sense. Have the others pivoted down to look? Mission peak? Don't think so. It would, yeah, it's rotating. So, do we have any other camera views? Santa Clara 2. Oh, Santa Clara 1. Or 1 or 2. But they're both basically showing us the same stuff. Huh. Oh, right. Looking back at my watch. Hamilton Fire. Yep, they gave it a name. Forward progress stopped already. Type 3 units. Responses have been canceled. Oh, okay. Maybe it was just a neighborhood deal. It's just a bit very confusing. Camera view not really lining up with satellite. But they did just give it a name, right? Yeah, Hamilton Fire. Resources are in place for structure protection for instant command. And the Tier 3 response is canceled. CAL FIRE named it the Hamilton Fire. Right, yeah, that is Hamilton Road, so. Weird. Maybe the camera view angle was just like over this hilly grassland part. I don't know. Yay. Maybe I can go get some dinner. Goodness. All right, looking back up to the chat, what I missed. You're right, J. Cure. I'm going to keep electrolytes in me. J. Cure says there's a good report of progress on the Rancho. Let's check it out. Zooming back to the Rancho fire down here at Thousand Oaks. If they catch it, that's going to be really good because we have 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts that are, who knows when they come and go. And what is it, like 15% humidity down there? What's the temperature? I mean, if this had raced up the hill or other circumstances that happened, has a great potential if the weather got worse to be quite the rampaging type fire. And Angela Rounds reports Dayton fire in Nevada, northeast Carson City. Forward progress has been stopped. An extensive mop-up. Great. I'm wondering if it's like a bot, you know? Like, are there two Michaels? You know, earlier I thought maybe somebody, like a child, was grabbed somebody's phone, but you know what happens is, sometimes people who don't speak English as a first language are using translation apps. Really depends. You can check in Michael. Like Michael's saying normal stuff, and then gibberish occasionally. Eat and hydrate. We need you. Thank you, friends. I need my mods too. So I'm a bit confounded. I know when I've tried to interact with people on chat in other countries when they've had fires and stuff breaking out, I'm sure I didn't make a whole lot of sense sometimes. I'm sure I was speaking Portuguese like fire, hot, bad, dangerous near hill town. You know, I'm pretty sure that's what Google Translate was doing for me. Sympathy from America, Portland, West Coast, Oregon. You know, like I'm pretty sure that's probably what I sounded like. But sometimes we have people of the same name. Michael's very similar, and then they're two different accounts. You know, so to make sure before like any action is taken, uh, that there's no situation like that. Hey Terry, you have to go to bed. Oh Terry, we forgot to check on Hurricane Burrow. Let me check. Okay, my dinner's actually ready, guys. I'm going to go over and eat it at C Probe's place. It's not too far from here. I just zip on over with a quick drive. I need to be outside, I think, at least once per day while the sun is out. Because what happened to my eyes was something kind of startling when I started Firestream, especially in 2020 when we had all the smoke and I shut everything against the smoke and heat. I developed a phytophobia, which is called coal miner's eyes, sort of in slang, where coal miners are in the dark all the time, so they can't tolerate like light. And the only way to work on this is to reintroduce light gradually. Like even if it's not that bright, I've got sunglasses on when it's pretty overcast out. And so part of the nursing myself back to normalcy is go outside at least once a day when it's actually bright out, you know. Wait, there's no sound? I'm speaking. You should have sound. Is there an issue? But good night. Good night, Terry. We have sound, right? You hear me, friends? Kathleen Danforth says, wow, I guess I don't know my Galaxy after all. It shut down YouTube due to overheating. Okay, you can hear me? Okay. Well, what do you think, friends? Should we put on some Fire's air attack broadcastify and just watch airplanes working a scene? And then I'm thinking perhaps, do we have air attack for the lake fire? Okay, thank you for the feedback, guys. I want to make sure that we're coming through. 5 by 5. Yeah, J.E. Katz says being a goth, we avoid sunlight. Well, I'm a 3,000-year-old vampire, but this is a lot for me, man. I thought over my many millennia of existence, I could train myself to be more, get used to the sun. It just don't work. So let me look at Angela Rounds and see if she. Do we have a? Oh, thank you for your kind donation, Larry Green. We have a channel for Lake Fire Air Show. Just slamming it. That's a very compelling. That's the most compelling image that we have to look at. What's going on in Santa Barbara County? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? All right, that's up there in Tehama County. Bueller, Baker Ridge. Not relevant. We'll go back and look at the French fire when I come back. I promise. As long as new stuff ain't just breaking out. I want to show you guys this 1-hour time lapse. This is spreading really, really fast. At least down these hills. Even sideways, not where the wind is blowing. So who knows where it's spreading behind these hills. We got quite a big. Thank you, Angela. You're still looking for a lake fire audio feed. Thank you. I wish Watch Duty people would just explain it, because I don't know where they're getting their info, but if they monitor it, Rep says Hamilton Fire Lake. An hour ago, it was mapped at 296 acres. It's got to be much bigger than that by now. Well, we've got some images. That's pretty serious. They evacuated the people at the lake and resort, but they've got some heavy fuels, and this can spread around. I'm worried for how it's going down the hill towards the west. Who knows how fast it's spreading to the south? We have some serious heat detection. We'll leave Thousand Oaks and go back. They got crazy winds. Let's look at it. So it could be a serious wind gust. So wind plot gust speed is, let's see, what's dark green to yellow. It's over 25 miles an hour to 30-ish at least from the little colored wind chart. Get back on regular speed, 15-ish or so, sustained, it looks like. So even though it's pretty remote, we are pretty concerned about it. But on different, it's bleeding my eyes. go. Check out our can. Put it together. Count topo. Yeah, here it is. 3. So this is it's a pretty alarming situation, but we could watch the air show if we could hear something on broadcastify. I need to go eat. My food is cold by now, but it can be reheated. Jake here says the lake fires, my old stomping grounds. Lots of fires up there. Yeah. Husky says it's making a small to mid-sized pyrocumulus, and it's pushing 17,000 feet, the smoke column. But yeah, thank you so much, Larry, for your kind S tier super support. Let's go back here. The Rancho fire is at 13.6. Okay, that's our latest update there. 13.6 acres. I don't want to leave you guys not hearing anything. Let me just do a quick check on my own. Like maybe there's something like a Southern California major incident or something on Broadcastify. You have to hear something when I go to dinner. Let's go listen. Oh, I'm on Broadcastify. Listen. California. I wish I could sort by how many people are listening. Northern California major incident. 6 people. LA City, no. LA, no. Orange, San Diego counties, no. Santa Clara Valley major incident, no. In California, that's it for the quote big incidents. California Fire Special 1 is the Basin fire. Okay. Yes, it. Ah! Jeez, that scared me. Hang on, C-Pro has probably delivered the food. I told him not to, but I don't think he heard me. Excuse me, friends. Be right back. Okay, friends, sorry about that. Seabrook came with drove over my dinner for me. I was about to go and leave, so we'll stay right here. But for some reason, my door is stuck. Hang on. Weird. Okay. Excuse me, guys. It's really hot. I'm gonna readjust my air conditioning. Take a quick bio break, and we'll be covering this. What we're looking at right now is remote Santa Barbara County, I believe, by Zaca Lake. They evacuated people from the lake, but this has got the potential to be a really big one. They're slamming it with aircraft. We have not been able to find, as of yet, a good radio feed for it. I was going to put the radio on and go eat and come back in 20 minutes, but you got me because Z-Probe delivered. I'll have to give him a DoorDash tip. Be right with you. All right, one moment, friends. I gotta get some barbecue sauce. Okay, super refreshed now. Oh, why did the air conditioning stop? Come on. Oh, it's on and off mode. All right, just be on full blast now. C-probe comes over and there's this heat wave that just like comes like it's like a shock wave, like when planes are about to break the sound barrier. I open the door and pummels me. He goes, "Here you go," and he holds a plate of cut up medium rare steak and fresh corn on the cob. He wasn't wearing a necktie, but I would have grabbed him by the necktie. I grabbed him by the elbow actually and said, "Get in here." And he goes, "What?" And went yoink because it's way too hot to stand in front of the door and let all this cool air out. Let all the humidity back in here. I hate working humidity. I've never gotten used to it. Dry California, sure. It's 115. I'm okay. I'm not okay when it's like 90 degrees or 95 and like Oregon's 60 and 70% humidity. I'm liable to perish. So sorry, it was a bit of silence there. Try not to do that. I try to give you guys something to look at and listen to. Let's do a 1 hour time lapse. This is Fire of Great Concern. Do we have any new ones, so guys? Did I reach my 24 cap? Or are we just getting towards the evening? Let me go back down to chat that I missed. Yeah, I'm meeting actually. Yeah, where is Burl? Let's take a look at it. The lake fire is making a 22,000 foot tall mushroom cloud, the one we're looking at right now. Oh boy. We have high winds, very low humidity, winds coming for Santa Barbara area. We've got winds coming off the ocean and mixing right where this fire is from the valley too. Hold on to your butts. The ones off the ocean are significantly stronger, like sustained 25-mile-an-hour winds. This really has the potential for being a huge monster. I'm sorry to say. So looking back, Bug says it might hit Houston after all, but perhaps just as a big rain event, which is a little bad enough. Yeah, prayers sent for the south there. They were at the Basin Fire meeting a couple days ago, morning meeting, not one for the community. They were talking about how depending on where this burl goes, it could possibly affect the winds and change the forecast for Southern California and possibly affect, say, the Basin Fire, depending on where it might go. Let's look at my radar right now. Give it a go. Where is it? Okay, we've got our red flag and everything. See a wind animation, which is just beautiful on my radar. It's a great app to have on your phone too. Take a look at Burl. Projected path. I wonder how the Yucatan fared. I haven't been able to even turn on the news. Well, I don't really have a TV to turn on the news, but I get it from the internet, right? I've not been able to check. But yikes, if this could hit Houston or Galveston. Galveston was once destroyed by a hurricane. It was just crazy, one of the scariest documentaries I've ever seen. It was back when the History Channel was good. It's called Isaac's Storm. There was a meteorologist, weather person guy who was near Galveston or Houston, and he ignored all these warnings from like sea captains and stuff that a hurricane's coming. Told the populace, no, it's not. It won't hit us. It's not going to be a big deal. In a nutshell. And then it wipes out the town on the island and mass death event. Serious. If you turn the century or something. Unbelievable. Galveston was like just a ghost town. There's a lot of grim details I don't want to explain right now, but Galveston is a barrier island. You know, it's a barrier island. It's super vulnerable to hurricanes. It takes the brunt of the impact. And then that shields everything from Texas City to Houston. Yeah, that's where the Texas City disaster was. Both of these places have had extreme mass death events. Texas City was where the port where the basically the Beirut explosion thing happened, where a fertilizer ship exploded. God, was that the 30s, 40s? Fruit fly, get out of my barbecue sauce. No, you haven't heard about the Texas City disaster, man. Oh, seriously. Did it get stuck in my barbecue sauce? Ew. Oh, no. No, it's still flying around. Oh, I hate insects right now. Like when I eat, people ask me, "Hey, you wanna eat outside?" No, there's bugs. You wanna eat outside today on the porch? No. You want a picnic? Maybe. I'll bring tiki torches around me in a 360-degree radius. Put a net over the table. Okay, so what is its category right now? Back to reality here. Mind you, hurricane forecasting is still in its infancy somehow, so it could go totally different ways. It's still hitting the Yucatan. It's not been reduced to tropical storm, but that's because it went over land. So they weaken over land. They are fueled by hot water and hot temperature. So as they go over land, they cool down and they lose strength. It could possibly gain more going back into the Gulf here. So who knows? It could be a Category 1 again. It's really hard to say. So, but I'm sure there's already rip tides and crazy stuff going on. When hurricanes are out at sea, one of the warnings that you have is rip tides occur, which is very strong currents that would drag swimmers and such out to sea into their death. Okay, let's look back and see what the air show is like this last 5 minutes. I wonder when we'll see the fire come up over this hill. This is greatest concern as like this could be another huge fire. This is the one that broke out today. This is the lake fire. Looking back up. At chat, did I miss any? Ladybird says in Louisiana, so still need to know. But percent for the whole region, of course, and everybody affected by fire. So looking back, Williams has said about part of Santa Barbara County, good memories, cruising Ballard Canyon, tasting the wines at Zaca Mesa, God's country, really. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if they get a retardant rope around it, they can make good headway. But I'm just not seeing a whole lot of good news about it. Like looking at it with Cal Topo, they just steep, rugged terrain. Excuse me, high winds right now, extremely low humidity, and not a lot of roads. So, like one main road to the lake, about it. Heat detections are all over the place. Mind you, this is all margin of error with the squares. Um, even if like in this tiny corner, heat detection is just like over a ridge, then this entire huge big square is going to light up. But it's flaring up and keeps triggering red every time the satellite passes over. It's about every 20 minutes. And it's spreading with the wind, but our camera that's looking all due east, right? We can see it coming towards the camera, going just climbing around and going down the slopes to the left. I don't know if that's Lookout Mountain proper. But let's see. Looks it's zoomed in quite a ways. Yeah, it's almost looking due east. And we're seeing it come towards the camera. Yeah, look at that one's not looking directly at it, but you can see the crazy black dark smoke just filling in the landscape. Is Green Mountain 2 looking at it? Or Grass Mountain? Yeah. I heard there's so many tall trees. They're half dead right next to the camera or the lookout. Guys, we see this time and time again. Really? Oh my god, look at that. If you're not looking at the screen, you may want to right now. So I think we're looking at it spread to the south because this is looking to the north, right? Yeah, it's spread towards the southwest. So here's where they intersect. This is where we have a good indication of the fire is. It's big. Is there a way to, there's no way to turn on heat detection for the cams. I don't know why. You could just turn on existing fire perimeters. But it's moved away from where the lake is. Look, I'll do the replay. Grass Mountain 2. Let's do a 1 hour. Oh my god. And look at the vegetation. Wind is exaggerated the longer the time lapse, but if we just do a 5 minute, if you still see the vegetation shaking around like that in 5 minutes, strong winds. Really strong winds. Remember it's a frame every like 1 minute. So if the vegetation is moving, it's in a different place than it was a minute before. I really wish we had a movie camera image. Give us a lot better indication. But if you look at this 1 hour and look at it running downhill. Steep slopes are probably things like pine cones and stuff on fire that are just rolling down the steep slopes, lighting it as it goes. So some of it just looks like it's just moving and just burning the grass off in all directions quickly. And this is where the wind is blowing it a bit towards the camera. So I'd say, it's a bit erratic, but the main wind-driven part is probably going to the south, to the southwest. But it's running up and down slopes due west from our view of the other camera. This is going to be a doozy. Oh man. Right. We have a 3 hour time lapse. I wonder what this is. Is it like a shutter that they could close? I don't know why there's trees right up next to the camera, but if they can shut it, maybe it's like a bunker. But this camera could burn over. Maybe by tonight. I just don't know. They don't have a lot more time for aircraft. And it's natural for the hills to burn periodically, but if you let fire load build up like this year after year after year without introducing fire, making sure it happens, then we get mega fires, which are super destructive. Grazing, there's options: grazing, control burns. I know there's a lot of non-native grasses here that promote fires more intense than the native ones, removing, at least from the most vulnerable spots, the invasive weeds. A lot of options here to make this less fierce. Because it's not normal for average wildfires to put 22,000 foot tall clouds into the sky of smoke. That's not normal. That's usually a man-made condition, such as suppressing fires too frequently, not doing enough control burns, not controlling invasive weeds, yada yada yada. So, yikes. We have an update on this. Let's see where the aircraft might be. They've still got quite a lot of it flying around. Did we ever find a good radio to listen to for this? Figure 138, 137. So that's a Hercules. That's the 737. been slamming it. The one that's on that Australia's been loaning us. A couple of S2s. There's Eye in the Sky. I would love to listen to this. Could it be like a Santa Maria channel? Let me try to see if Willa has found one. Found a channel for the Wildfire. Somebody's got to be rebroadcasting this somewhere. But yeah, thank you for Jake here for letting us know about the local region. We'll I'm just going to put down here that Lake Fire, Santa Barbara County, large, concerning. People know what we're checking out. Whenever anybody says Lake Fire, Lake County goes, ah, and twitches, right? Up by Clear Lake. Jake here says I have the Santa Barbara County Fire and Broadcast Fire, but there's not much traffic. Is there? Thank you. Is there anything about the pilots? No. No, Los Angeles says, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for looking. We're at the mercy of whether or not ham radio operators want to sign up with Broadcastify and rebroadcast what's going on over the radio. I'm sure we're missing tons of exciting radio all the time for many fires, but there's just no ham radio operator there. If anybody has their ham license and wants to get it, I believe they provide you with some basic equipment when you sign up. Not real sure about that, especially if you're on a hill or have good radio reception and could put a big antenna out. They would love you. Okay, back at Mariposa, we've got one helicopter looking around. I'm going to go and check out the lake fire. Has there been another one we need to update? And then after eating here, we'll go back to French fire and the update there. I just want to understand what's happening and see what they're able to do before darkness falls. Okay, there's Thousand Oaks. And if we could get an eye on one of the tankers and put it in 3D mode, then we can see where it might be dropping and get an idea of the terrain best as this primitive software can draw it. Ron McNally says broadcast by Santa Barbara County Sheriff main channel. Okay, check that out. We look at that behind the scenes. So here's one of the tankers, an S2, it's a medium-sized, wrong airplane model. It's probably a 737 model now I think about it. Airbus maybe? There is a 737 that keeps coming by. It's at base right now. So let's see. Let's see if I can get that channel up. Thanks, guy, for the tip. So I can shovel some food in my mouth. Santa Barbara Sheriff. Okay. There's choose a county. I did. I clicked it. There we go. Now it loads. That is a county fire district. Santa Barbara County Sheriff Fire, Aircraft and Marine and Lompoc Police and Fire. That one has 71 viewers. Oh, what is Watch City beeping at me now? The lake fire, we got an update. It's now 500 acres of running upslope and is aligned with terrain and wind per south op. Structures are threatened in the area. Here's a current view of the fire from the alert, California Los. Here it is, Los Alamos. Okay, look back at the cams. This is current view from the other one, Grass Mountain 2. We need to get the Los Alamos as well. Duplicate tab. We could have a camera burn over a grass mountain if it's as close as I think. It's been very concerning. There's 3 hours. Now we're seeing structures threatened. Where? You see how it's spreading west, but it's also spreading south as well. This one could be mega, unfortunately. It's the winds. It's the heat. The heat and the winds. What? Below 15% humidity or something. Great. So this might be running all night. Let me look at the watch duty for it. Create new tab called Lake. Okay. Refresh watch duty. Read you the whole new update that just happened. Then I'll turn on the radio. It's 500 acres running upslope and is aligned with terrain and wind per south ops. Remember, there's 2 parts in the state where they forecast fire weather. North ops is the one where we watch the videos almost every day. And explains fire weather, but mostly for the northern half of the state. South ops is their counterpart in the south. So that's maximum fire spread is when wind and terrain align. So when you have say you have a canyon going north and south, just theoretically. If wind is also going north and south, either one, take a pick. Maximum speed for fire spread, because it's like a wind tunnel, right? Same thing with a ridge top. It's going north and south, and the wind is going north or south. Maximum speed spread. So the fact that we have roller coaster situation here with some of the hills going up and down, the wind can drive them downhill, pick up speed like a roller coaster, and plunge down the other side. So this is quite bad. I don't know what structures they're talking about though, and how far away. But here we've got a little bit of a basic perimeter. Maybe they're talking about those still at the lake. They evacuated people there. Anybody with local knowledge know? I mean, is it like a little resort or a boat ramp or, I mean, campgrounds? What's out here as far as structures and like? Let me look back at chat. Lompoc, excuse me. Yes, I keep saying that wrong. Let's see. They are talking over you right now. They're talking about a school. Ron McNally says broadcast by Santa Barbara County Sheriff Main Channel. Okay. Jaker says at least the good news elsewhere. Plenty fire, Rancho fire, both forward progress stopped. Great. By the way, you don't have to be a ham to host a scanner feed. You just need a police scanner or a commercial radio monitoring like local services. Oh, thank you, Jade Cat. I didn't realize that. And talking about evacuating a school. It might be burning towards Neverland Ranch. Is that where that was? I just don't even see a community, let alone a school. Yeah. So locals, help me out here. Are you sure the lake fire of Neverland is southwest of the Lake Saca? Whoa. Or are they just being, are they doing a casting a broad net and telling the people very far away, kind of like as a crow flies, it's fast spreading and here's your advance warning? They're talking about Midland School, like this community. Yeah, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch is right there. Wow, what became of it after he died? A real train station. Okay. Well, yeah, we've been as soon as we began covering this, I said that the people nearby to the west of the fire need to be aware that this might eventually affect them. I said Midland School in these areas because, well, I just don't see a lot in the way of roads or any good fire breaks, whatever, that could really stop this. It'll be difficult. So they've got some road access, but further away. But when you just have these probably Forest Service roads in the middle of nowhere, I wish they just specify. Right now, I would think immediate structure threat would be on the lakeshore, but it's probably much bigger already than what this little map is. All right, let's look at the crazy images on the cams. Remember, this is looking to the north. So we could have a camera burn over tonight of this one, Grass Mountain. A 3-hour time lapse is nuts too. Seeing a lot of invasive grasses over here that promote fire, the sagey stuff. It's part of what's wrong with California. The native grasses promote pretty low-key fires, but the invasives are angry at the world and want to burn it down. Okay. Let's work on getting something to listen to. Let me go to my dashboard. I can't check my messages right now, guys. Okay, behind the scenes, Santa Barbara County. We're turning on. I don't know if it'll start out loud, so I've got it turned down. We are listening right now to Santa Barbara County Sheriff, Fire, Aircraft, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to add a feed on the dashboard. The live view, you're still slamming it with aircraft, but look how dark and oily this is. Lots of oily bushes, chaparral. Hopefully not structure. We now see open flames over the ridge like we assumed earlier. That is air attack. Hopefully we'll hear something. I'll add a second feed. Watch this ridge, guys. When it flips in the nighttime infrared, we got marching flames all around the ridge. We're looking almost due east, pretty far away with this particular cam. This is it's almost one. But it's been spreading so quickly.
3533, negative history of fires, unknown if there's state code.
Turn it a little bit up. I just hope that there's not something crazy.
1 miles east, doing calm, north side. 7 outside, coming straight within 3 miles. 3 miles, 730.
Okay, let me add another feed.
07 inbound, 10 miles behind Tinker 79, I got him in sight. Airtax 07, follow the ST, report 3 miles. Follow the ST, report 3 miles, Airtax 07.
Okay, Santa Barbara County. All right. Santa Barbara County Sheriff main channel. Okay, we'll add that. Thanks for the tip, guys. We'll keep it on right now. Santa Barbara County Sheriff, Fire, Aircraft, and others. And add another feed. Sorry, that was loud. All right, let's do a quick check of somebody said Santa Barbara County Sheriff Maine channel. Just do a quick check. See, that only has 10 listeners. See if anybody's saying anything there. So let me get a copy link, and I'm putting it in the chat right now. A little bit of traffic here, Angela. It's really scratchy and stuff. Okay, we'll look at the new image of the pyrocumulus. Guys, this is a huge one. And it's worsening by the moment. If it is able to create, wow, look at that. Looks like Santa Barbara got nuked. Oh, there's an airport over there. Where are we looking at? Oh my God, this is Fallout. We've now officially entered the game Fallout in the TV series on Amazon. Excuse me. Ominous. So if it continues to make a pyrocumulus through the night, we'll know it's super bad. I think it has the potential, depending on what fuels it reaches, because we're having like little to no humidity recovery, and it's saying strong winds may continue throughout the night with the latest weather forecast I was reading. Here's our 6-hour time lapse from UCSB campus. Oh my God. Right, there's something on this channel. Not much. I think I'll change it back to. Sorry. It's one where we can at least hear some of the air attack. It's really scratchy, but better than nothing. Let's do a last 1 hour. You can now see the marching flames over this ridgeline here. When it turns into nighttime mode, we'll see this much better. There's been a bunch of birds on the camera. You can see him hitting it with a retardant, but yeah, right there. That's a good frame to show some of the flames on the hill. Like, it's all up and down this. It's just hard to see the smoke. Boy, this has great potential to be horrible. Jack Abner says, how's the Mariposa fire? Yeah, well, let's take a quick gander. We'll come back and look at this too. We have a 20% containment. I was trying to do an update. I got people back up to speed about what happened last night, just as we were about to show you, I was about to show you guys some new maps. This hell broke loose down there. As of 2 hours ago, the French is at 908 acres with a 20% containment. I know they had some black line just listening to it. We monitored that till 4 in the morning, basically last night. The earliest black line where they connected those lines, it was near Old Highway and 140. So they were doing good work there. So that's maybe where their part of their containment percentage is. Let me go and look quickly at my maps list. And then 7 hours ago, they said that they were. Sorry, we got to listen to what's going on with the lake fire. But to update you on the French, there's a pre-fire suppression plan being conducted in the Alred Road area. There's extremely large amount of fire and emergency equipment doing the precautionary work there. And it includes a significantly large dozer operation, so please drive slow over there. They've got a legion of troopers that responded to the fire, and dozer crews, private and CAL FIRE and local. So they reduced some areas. The hospital, of course, Yosemite Inequality, they lifted the shelter in place.
Back with you with uniform. 101, transfer to Mariposa, report 3 miles straight. 3 miles straight in, 101.
Okay, Tinker 101 is on the new event, the lake fire over there. Here's an amazing little video. I hope this isn't loud.
Intel 1-2, July 5th, 2024, 03:47 hours. Video number 1 of 3 of the French incident, jurisdiction MMU, 843 acres. This is the city of Mariposa. Fuels, grass, shrubs, timber. Again here on the south side, this is the intersection of Highway 140 and Highway 49. And then we're going to come up along the east side of and right here we have the high school track.
Cleared land, 30, Tanker 101.
Anyway, if you know the town, you don't need to hear what he just said. So I have to redo my windows. Yep. So, but it was incredible job how they protected it last night. Just nuts. Whoops, did not mean to click that. So they've still got a lot of the place evacuated. It's not, remember, until 100% containment, it's not 100% contained. So I have not heard of the damage or anything. I have not heard if they've done a community meeting. If you have other information, we are going to overview that. But we've got a serious situation with structures threatened right now that we're monitoring with the lake fire. That was news to me. I don't know where they're talking about structures threatened, but we're listening to air attack, thinking if they can explain here in Santa Barbara County, the lake fire, if they can explain what structures are threatened and when, that would be great. We got very alarming images of it, so I can show you the lake fire, and then here off camera, I will give you the images I have of Mariposa. They're straight from the fire crews, their maps, things. I did post one of those last night. As you can see here down in Santa Barbara, we got high winds, very dry fuels, low humidity, almost no road access. Darkness is falling. They'll lose their planes soon.
Call base 4 with David Rita back. We're spotted area Santa Rita Village near the playground trying to form with apricot. Harpies in the area can see 4 to 5 juveniles playing in the playground. They appear to be holding a toy gun, but concerned as there's no orange tip.
Okay, we're hearing law enforcement and stuff too with Santa Barbara. I don't really want to make that louder because it's so noisy and awful. I want my voice to stand out above it so people don't hear extremely loud, you know. I can't make out a lot of what they're saying, but they're talking about Tanker 101 in the area. Okay, load. Follow me and let's drop things in the general talk. But what we're waiting to hear is what is the assessment, and as they have to stop flying in at least an hour from now, as far as darkness and timing out the pilots. Are they going to order nighttime equipment, nighttime helicopter drops like they did for Mariposa yesterday? Kathleen Danford says heavy static due to the LA background noise from an Air Force base and an airport. Thought 5G was going to solve this. I don't know. But we knew as long as they continue their hard work at Mariposa,
79.
I don't expect it to flare up or become a big factor again unless there's some insane wind event. You know, they've got a legion of people babysitting the town. So I'm going to put this live view on. You can see these are flames. Now let me get the battle maps of the Mariposa fire for you, as promised. Sorry, it's taken me 3 hours since I first mentioned them to do so. Next, we'll show the Thompson fire over at Orville. And let me get these downloaded, then I can show you. So we have some of these files. I don't know what they are, but I'm just going to download them all. Go to
37 runway 30. Santa Maria Tower Tanker 107, 10 to the east, inbound uniform. Tanker 107, report 3 miles. Straight in, report 3 miles, 107.
okay. It's a big mess of files.
Unit trail is 107 uniform.
There, where did
Follow the MD-80, report 3 miles. Probably 3 miles from the MD-80.
follow the MD-80? Hear that a lot, do you? Okay. Is it the? It's not the orange fish. That's the MD-87.
3931. with 1 for a medical. Can you start medic code 3 or possibly Basin?
Yeah, he's an MD-87. He's so insulted.
And
So they're slamming it with the passenger jets, you know. We have an update on what's going on with the lake, and I'll show you the maps of Mariposa. A 2-minute ago update. Nope, I have to refresh. It's all hopelessly outdated fire perimeter map. It's spread out way more since then.
Montecito Fire and medics have the call for a female with chest pain.
Okay, friends, let me get
Yeah, it's gotta be the same one.
downloading the French fire maps. Hang on, the ones that were created this morning for the crew to look at as they made their speech today for the morning crew. I don't think they broadcasted that live or anything. I still have access to the maps they use for that. So they would create them at the crack of dawn, print it out.
30, clear to land, tanker 107. That's 4, number 2, run 30, clear to land. Number 2, 30, clear to land, tanker 74.
Airdrops. Okay. Just give me a moment. Thompson. Basin. Sorry, I lost it. I accidentally closed it. Wait. Stand by. Now we are looking live at the last airdrops of the day. Perhaps maybe they'll stop at 8:45 or so. It's very concerning lake fire in Santa Barbara County. Okay. And hopefully they'll get some nighttime aircraft or something on this. I'll be looking at chat in a second.
Tanker 15 is 10 to the east, uniform, landing. Tower report of 3 miles. 3 miles straight in, tanker 1 5. Scorcher for birds over the person. Birds, thank you.
There it is.
Birds over the person.
Okay.
7107 Roger, the ESCO to the
It looks like what I've got for the French is actually the stuff that I posted last night. Looks like they came up with them after midnight, and I don't see update. However, I'll show you, of course. One moment. I just got a watch duty jingle. The 3 fire.
Roger, let me see what we're going to do with the S2 here.
Be right with you with chat. Is that a glacial overlay?
Tanker 4 straight to the ramp.
Is that a glacial overlay?
107, sun's in my eyes here. Okay, you cross runway 30 there at Bravo 5 to Alpha 5 and then straight ahead to the ramp. Traffic is a foot on a 415.
Yep, so it's a 6-hour time lapse of just how crazy this has gotten.
Will be a C-130 to reduce the speed. 1-5 reducing now, 30 clear to land. 3130 taxi via Hotel Bravo 7. Call 24.
All 24.
Eventually, if we can get to it, we can update on the Basin as well.
Playground with the orbit gun. We're seeing going towards Dollar General. We'll be en route.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. Acting tremendously slow. Show the window. There we go. Is there a way to make this bigger? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, so you could just see where Mariposa is, right? So the hospital, if you're familiar with the town, you're familiar with the town. So this is, when they mapped the infrared heat last night.
Copy on 12.
The dotted areas are where there was pretty low-key heat, and the diagonal is where there was quite a bit of heat. And so they took this sometime around maybe 2 in the morning or something last night. And so this is all we have in the file for today, which is technically the 5th of July, right? So here's what the infrared flight showed. Just amazing work of how they protected the town. There was still some areas of that were affected greatly, of course. I don't know which portions are damaged. I don't have a damage map. This is one of the ways that you could see it on the map. I don't have dozer line maps. I was hoping that those would arrive this morning, and probably will. I hope be uploaded to the same person that that provides me with these. But I don't want to tell the general public where I get them, because you'll see if you move around the images and stuff, there's like email addresses. With the live view.
Copy. I'm going up the old fuel break that goes up to the catwalk up to the north up to on the south end of the fire.
This is also a different.
75, 16 out, 3 uniform. report a 3 mile straight. Report 3 miles straight at Tanker 10-5.
This is maybe more understandable about what you're seeing. Any local is familiar with the area. So where the little dots are, red dots, low-key heat, and around 2 in the morning, the diagonal is still very high heat. So you can see how it went to the vegetation, southeast portion of town, and it was like Elvis leaving the building. It wanted to go down the canyon.
Station 24.
So remember, if you're
Medic engine 24 is staffed, available for response.
Control copy.
if your building or place you know somebody lives is within the heat map, that doesn't reflect, did they save this or that house? It's painting with a real broad brush from pretty high altitude. So, as I get, better. Yeah, as I get more maps like this, then I'll share them. So every day in the morning, sometimes they generate. I've got some from the Thompson there too.
1954.
Hang on. Make sure I'm time stamping this stuff. We're in our third hour of the broadcast. I was really hoping that it was still light to go outside today.
Contact 1 via 21 for follow-up.
Copy.
We're on the radio. Seeing that Barb Air show or this threatening lake fire.
500 West Maple.
This lake fire is now of utmost concern.
500 Maple. West Maple. Northern Road. 54 block 15.
1215.
I'll be out 400, 500 block West Maple. Follow up.
West Maple.
We're gonna hear random shows off of stuff.
I started to pass up it, and then you might need to use the road to get up high with your machine to start improving behind me.
Back to the lake fire real quick. If we've got a moment.
Copy, you'll see where I jumped up on the main ridge. You might be able to take the road around and work your way down from the top, and I'll just keep pioneering.
The last 30 minutes. This camera may burn over tonight. I'm not sure how close it is, but it looks.
Banker 7-5, traffic party company, runway 30 land, GI company, Tanker 7-5.
Our last image. So it's the nature of the beast. I'm sorry.
Company traffic on the 3 mile power runway 306, number 10 out of Butte.
Found a lot of new fuel. It's the nature of live broadcast. We have to, interrupt whatever the heck we're doing. Okay, friends, please hit the like button and hit the share. And share the stream with anybody you think may need this info and could benefit. We spread by word of mouth. To your own social media, your Facebook page is very appreciated. There's our 6-hour time lapse. That looks like a glacial erratic rock right there.
Eastbound, east of 154.
Glacial erratics are rocks transported hundreds of miles away. They ride on top of glacial ice, so they're pretty amazing. It's how we know where glaciers went, even though they melted and left no trace behind, really. So there's a glacial erratic state park in Oregon.
Medic engine 21.
We had really initial coverage. We're returning to District 21.
Control copy.
This is looking very nasty. This is the #1 threat now to California
That he's supposed to be walking in the road.
as far as creating a big new fire, like a big one, I'm listening I'm hoping to hear that they'll report at least one side of it has got retardant on it and it's looking okay, or that they're going to get some nighttime helicopters or something here because this is huge. Like we've got this other camera from USBC campus, the 3-hour time lapse.
So I was unit back for 415 subject near the lake of Rancho Goleta Mobile Home Park. 3565. 945 Ward Drive. The side of Rancho Goleta is advising there's a subject threatening fisherman. White male adult, 50s to 60s, white clothing and a backpack. Call taxi trying to get further. 3533 back. 33 to back. Company Infinity Volvo.
Anything we can do, Jack? You're welcome. Yeah.
The only traffic we have out there right now is traffic to our mile final, and there's looks like the 747 is, actually the C-130 is inbound from the east. Keep an eye out for them on your departure. That's what we do. We look for the C-130 and have a great evening. Thank you guys for coming and helping out.
Okay.
Tower is now closed at 6 p.m. Class Delta service is now, or no longer in effect. Class Delta airspace is now in effect. Further information, Santa Barbara approach is on 124.15, wind 2246, altimeter 2983. Traffic rolling out on the runways net 2, traffic holding short of runway 30 is 98.7. Traffic inbound is a C-130 from the east. We have not checked that. Correct.
All right, I can interpret some of that. So one of the pilots was saying, okay, look out for the 7.
Helitanker 7 Charlie Hotel, 7 miles to the east. We're descending at a 5,000 inbound for landing at the southeast Tinker Base, Santa Maria.
Said new planes coming in, watch out for the 737 and the Hercules. And this one, they're over there. Blah, 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 blah. Couldn't make a lot of it out. Something about the weather, the winds, blah, 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 coming from the blah, blah, blah. Couldn't make it out. Thank you all for coming tonight. That's what I said.
All 15 with 1224. Check on 14 music, 115 South L Lincoln, number A Adam.
Copy. All for copy.
Then air attack is coming with a helicopter, but this is
Try that again.
I'm not hearing status.
Subject 1 is looking for counseling for restraining order information.
Copy. Control copy.
3-hour time lapse from the Grass Mountain 2 cam. I think this camera might be damaged. I don't know where it is, what it is. Is this a fire lookout? Is this a bunker? Is this a radio tower? But there's so much in vegetation right up next to it. It obscures the view, and that's what the heck is the whole point of a fire lookout camera if you can't see around. And then they've got, yeah, sorry, it's blinking around. Yeah, okay, now we see that this is just on the hillside. That might all get destroyed then tonight. It's got to be on a pretty tall pole to not get destroyed by the heat. We've seen cameras with they're in a little bubble, you know. You see all the spider webs around it. It's got a plastic. Look at that fire just rolling down the hill.
Stanley's units, do all for rolling 1125, northbound 101, north of LOVR, for Gold Chevrolet 1500, dragging something metal, sparking.
Oh, God. There's a car sparking along the road, a Chevy Silverado, dragging something and sparking. Great. That's all Santa Barbara County needs in some of their worst fire conditions in recent years. Great. pick up the phone and call 911 if anybody's dragging a chain. Honk at them, try to get them to pull over. You know, it's that serious. Sorry, I had to restart the time lapse again. Let's just try to see. Like, it's right on the ground with dead grass under it. This will probably all melt down. What is wrong with people? Like, look at all the dead stuff next to it.
10-7.
Whoever's in charge of this needs to be fired. Is a ladder just dumped here in the grass?
39 extra pick. 10 out the subject, East Valley and Orchard.
What is wrong with people? Do you want your equipment to just burn up? Like, see, this is what the cameras look like. They've got a little bubble. Unless they're high up on a pole, like really high. We've seen them melt down and then the camera is destroyed by fire.
39, 31.
Then we become deaf, dumb, and blind.
39, 31. Subject being transported, 1098 OA, and I'll be in route dispatch, 39 extra.
It's ridiculous. So much of the fire did X amount of damage. Could have just been prevented by a lawnmower. This is criminal neglect of critical infrastructure. If we lose it, firefighters could get killed. Because it's usually where the radios are, the repeaters. And they need these to know where the fire is to be safe. We've seen too many of these just burn up for no reason. Like the other day, with the bolt and flash fire. One little engine just there to wet down the grass could have saved probably $500,000 of equipment that burned up at the base of the radio tower. Guess what they said? They said on the radio, if we lose our radio repeaters as the fire goes over that hill, stop evacuations, stop protecting structures.
David 3.
Did you provide a license for the vehicle?
In Fresno County, and come back to the pizza place. So this is what I'm talking about.
Copy 28.
Go ahead.
9 Frank John Victor 096.
096?
Yes.
California has reached new levels of stupidity I thought they couldn't achieve.
I covered you.
I thought maximum was already in effect, but instead of like a
39 extra
gold, silver, and
39 extra 2 code 4.
gold, silver, and bronze medals for stupidity, we have to invent a platinum one, I guess. I'm talking about the management, not. I'm a Californian, okay? Not the people. California's a paradise ruined by management. Oh, man. So, Cam burn over
Yes, sir.
Looks like our turns are down.
possibility.
Copy.
Stupid.
4 we're 1098.
1098.
Spoke to the resident, they're moving the vehicle.
Copy.
Some of the aircraft have left.
4 Palm Beach, we're 1098.
1098.
Quiet upon arrival.
A 3-hour time lapse of this one. Jake here says I was in the first class that went all the way through Dos Pueblos High. I saw a lot of fires.
1098.
Yeah, it's critical infrastructure. Prioritize it. If you're going to mow grass anywhere in the state, okay, around the communication stuff. It's very expensive to replace, set up, and it takes a long time. We lost entire fire lookout towers where they have the cameras, but they just unattended, and the fires just could have been. The structures could have been defended with like one little engine, just one little crew, maybe even civilians with a water truck.
35, 697.
We'll see them spend money like sending helicopters, putting retardant around it when somebody just needed to close the freaking windows of we lost one of Kern County's historical fire lookout towers because they just left the stupid windows open. So it takes thousands and thousands of dollars to tell a helicopter to go drop retardant all around it. They did. Really, they just needed to land and put the windows closed. They stopped fighting the fire to try to save the tower when all it needed were closed windows and a short grass around it with a lawnmower. We lost one at Lassen County as well. It was a stone fire lookout tower. Just nobody was there to defend it. Well, they needed to just foil, wrap it, and staple gun it. A lot of fire damage is due to stupidity. And the fires keep spreading.
123. Moving out to the RP residence.
When they peel away resources needed to actually fight the main fire.
Negative.
Oh, tomorrow is the anniversary of one of the worst
I would teach you to announce for that.
deadly losses of an entire fire crew. The smoke jumpers. Figueroa, man, was the original fire lookout tower. We used to go up there. Is it still with us, or did it get destroyed? Yeah, small world life. It's a lot like that. California's rich and doesn't maintain anything. Like, where does the money go?
Helicopter 7 Juliet Papa is 2 miles to the north. Going to be entering right base for 2 minutes.
We'll probably see a lot of fire right here.
Cross up Sherman Road and Stanwood Drive.
Just swap. All right. I'm unsure what to do about this one. We don't have any other official updates on Mariposa. I don't want to just scroll Twitter. Guys, hit the like button if you could. Yeah, update. Last was 2 hours ago. We'll just have to wait a bit to see what the officials say. There's still some mandatory evacuation zones. A lot less concerned about what's happening with the French fire because there's milder conditions and a legion of firefighting crews there. I'm very,
Clusters down again.
very worried about the lake fire. 500 acres, it's got to be way beyond that by now. That was an update an hour ago to see how crazy it's spreading on the cams. There's a DC-9. Tiger 101's a DC-9. And they hit it with like everything. And a couple of screenshots. Make a note here. Some of this is unreal.
Returns are still down.
Between each frame is 1 minute. I'm thinking of taking an hour break to go outside and try to get sunlight exposure while I still can. We're not hearing a lot about what's going on.
Traffic, 1007 to the right, turn off a 30 en route fire.
There's still some chat on the thing. Do you guys think that that'd be okay for me to walk away for an hour? Literally walk for an hour? Probably an hour and 20 to, sell back in, and I'll show up when I get back. Yeah, you know what? I just need to be in charge of California and fix things. It's time. It's time.
Yellow 9975845. Date of birth is going to be 06/29/2007, and you can.
Okay, I'm going to mute that. That's some random sheriff's office stuff. I'll turn it back on for pilot chatter. But when they're running people's background checks and stuff, I don't want to broadcast it. I'm hoping they caught the person who was dragging a chain down the highway. God. I'm sure they accelerated around 100 miles an hour to catch up with that dude. Yeah, vitamin D. What's that? I drink a lot of milk, at least. Sorry. I've taken some screenshots here for time lapse. And commentary later. Almost done. This is quite concerning. They say structures are threatened. Which ones? Where? How far away? So you're hopefully listening to the crackly radio trying to figure this out. I do expect this camera to burn over. I do expect it to not survive. It's on the ground in dry grass. Look at all the tremendous fuel load around it that could create tremendous heat, including dead trees next to it. It's just, really? The solar panels are not going to survive here. The wiring. Well, so this may be some of the last images we ever get. I mean, it really might take 12 hours or something for it, maybe 12 hours for it to get here. Who really knows? I'm hoping the wind dies down, but don't count on it tonight. It's supposed to be gusty throughout the night. Could possibly see a pyrocumulus throughout the night. I was starting and stopping again. More super compelling video, not particularly. Okay, go back to here. You can see the dry grass underneath the solar equipment directly on the ground. Why not even just make a concrete slab? Like, this is going to be toast. This is expensive. It's expensive stuff. Why? Just why? I have to make a sound bite. Why? Remember that pastor meme? He goes, why? 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 You've ever seen that running joke? All right, curve view. Last 5 minutes. Wind shifted slightly to the north to southwest. It's probably spreading southwest and southwest the most, but I can't see over the other hills. Woo. Sheriff's office is dealing with a mental health issue, requesting law enforcement help. So I'm keeping it muted. I don't want to broadcast all kinds of private stuff, you know. Hang on. Okay, friends. Dispatch was saying this, and this are down, and I can't get any info. I think she was talking about radios. She goes, please relay that to your partner. I don't know what they're talking about. So this is pretty far away to the west, but it's concerning how quickly this has spread today. And here's a good job of, hey, it's gravel, very short grass, easy to defend, road access. Good job on this one. But what about the other one? The cameras that are the most remote are the ones we need the most because there's fewer eyes out there to report. They've got to be maintained the best. That's negligence. Oh. All right, looking back in chat, excuse me. I have earthquake insurance, guys. I've got it for Oregon. We moved to Oregon. My wee childhood. You go, oh, at least we've left behind some things. There's more floods here, but the wildfires are behind us. And the quakes. It's because we said that one struck Oregon. I'm pretty sure. It's a pretty significant one. I was woken up I thought my cat was doing this on the bed, you know, how they kick their own little chin scratching like this, vibrating. I go, ah, meow meow. I'm woken up at like 5 in the morning. Meow meow, stop it, meow meow. I look, she is jumping off the bed and running, and yet my bed was still vibrating like that. Then I hear this rumbling sound like a gravel truck, you know, dumping a load, slowly driving around. I look, I looked out the window and I could see the trees in the distance and the creek. One by one, they started just shaking back and forth, kind of like the opening of Jurassic Park, where you can't really see the T-Rex. I'm like, wait a second. And as the trees shaking moved quickly towards the house, all of a sudden lurch, and I leapt like a jungle cat out of bed. The whole house just started swinging back and forth. And thank God I did, because I looked up and I had a row of model horses, some plastic and some metal that you win at the fair. They look like brass, but they're not. And they were teetering back and forth, and one by one they start falling on the bed. And I put them there because I didn't think I ever had to worry about earthquakes, but I learned my lesson. So we had chimney damage and pretty scary. It shook for quite a bit. Then I realized, oh yeah, we're still in the Pacific Ring of Fire. Portland's West Hills, they're not hills. They are a fault line. You know, real estate agents call them hills, but geologists call it the fault, and it can produce a very severe upper 7.0 earthquake. Right. It's so seismically unstable. They tried to build several times. They tried to develop the West Hills, what's called Forest Park today. That's all a big seismic fault thing. And like in the 50s, Leif Erikson Drive is still there as a road, but it's now a trail. And there are little steps to nowhere, like front steps to nowhere, to front doors of homes that don't exist. If you Okay, sorry, I'm listening to radio. If you push away the leaves, you'll see the black and white checkerboard uh, kitchen floors of some of the homes that were under construction, and they had to abandon making that neighborhood in the 50s because the roads kept shifting. It was so seismically unstable. And the roads kept washing out, and land kept doing kind of this. It's not just because of like mini earthquakes doing that. It's the West Hills, and there's torrential rain every once in a while, and even any hard rain. A fault line is basically broken up rock. It's a crack in the earth, crack in solid rock underneath the dirt. And so it's had so many quakes and been shattered so many times before that it's like a bunch of broken rocks in a straight line in a hill. So there's not a lot of deep soil, and there's not a lot of things that the trees can do to keep it together. And every heavy rain, road closure, repair, you know. So they wisely in the 50s decided we're just going to make one of the largest inside the urban boundary parks. Yeah, they described it as a green thing, and Portland still brags about being green that way. I just heard pilots, but it was unintelligible. Still some planes around here. Yeah, I'm gonna go outside now, guys. But now Portland is stupid and greedy again, and since the 90s, they built neighborhoods such as, what's it called? Forest Heights, multi-million-dollar home, the most unstable land in the country, probably in the West that you could probably imagine. Like, would you build a house on top of the San Andreas Fault? Like right where the crack is? Right next to it? I wouldn't. But most people that live there have no idea it's fault. So I do have earthquake insurance. I have for a very long time. Why do they build nuclear reactors on faults? Oh, like the Diablo Canyon one? It's could be America's next Fukushima that they're gonna tear down because it could be America's next nuclear accident, the next Fukushima. The governor, in his wisdom, decided that it should be kept open. He asked the feds for $1 billion to give it as a gift to PG&E. That's because there's a possibility of nuclear meltdown, but global warming is a bigger threat, and so at least it doesn't make CO2. Dude, either to solar panels, man. Just why don't you take the $1 billion and make a bunch of solar farms in the deserts, of California? Do anything else offshore, off San Francisco Bay. There's a lot of new technologies to make buoys that have little helicopter blades on them. So in storms, they spin ferociously. It is even with wave action. It like spins it. Like there's all sorts of new green alternatives. We don't need nuclear anything with a nuclear power plant on a fault line. Oh God. Vulnerable to tsunami. Oh God. Oh, but California, it's a paradise ruined by management. Hopefully it won't be utterly destroyed by management. All right. There's always been a battle between the real people who live here and foreign developers and investment and such. Not just foreign, like foreign countries, but back east, Californians blame like big East Coast city people for just using California as a farm for revenue and not caring about the land, building death trap neighborhoods and the like. And then a lot of us left, just couldn't stand it anymore in the 90s. And then when we went to Oregon, Oregonians hated us Californians, thinking that we ruined our own state. Like I was singled out on the playground. You ruined your state. That's why you came up here to ruin ours. We don't want you playing with us. Like I literally got that as a welcome. I said, you understand, other people ruined our state. We're just fleeing. We're like you. We want to preserve history and the land, and it's corruption doesn't allow us any power. It's like you got to start over. But if we change laws, like made it so companies like PG&E and corporations can't just put money directly in politicians' pockets, a lot of things will change, but they'll take a lot of action. We just have to push for it. Yeah, Kathleen Denver says, yeah, I know. And there's also in Washington, Hanford has 5 reactors on a fault system. They're not active, though. I thought they were shutting Hanford completely down. Are they like little military ones? Most nuclear reactors are small and for experimental. Hey, Tinker 107. I just had an update, so I couldn't unmute it. He says we're joining the traffic. Something about Santa Maria. Either coming from it or going to it. Oh yeah, that's the MD-87. So he goes en route from Santa Maria. So maybe he meant 2. I wish we could have seen on the cameras some of these drops, but we just got 2 bad views. They're super smoky. Anyway, I'll be right back, guys. I'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes. Would you guys like me to just leave this on the radio? I'll just say back at 10 p.m. Are you guys able to hold the fort till 10 p.m. or should I just end it? I don't know that there's anything else to cover or monitor. If you guys want to go to bed, I know you have different time zones. Yeah.
You copy BT, handle the call at Pine and Carson. 35, 10 here.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to end it early and maybe just get sleep. That scratchy stuff right there, every once in a while, we hear, Tinker is coming and going. Let's just end it because I need some sleep. I barely got any last night. We need our strength. I had to spare my voice. Sometime around 10:30, I'm going to look at the stream and see if I need to restart it. Okay, yeah, Kathleen, if Hanford still has electricity producing nuclear power, oh my God, why? Bonneville's right there, and the Dalles Dam. It's like more electricity you could ever need. I don't want to tire you guys out and have you up into the night when we might really need in days ahead a lot of strength and rest. If I keep speaking for 12 hours a day at a time, I'll eventually lose my voice again. You can hear it's kind of weak. We have 100% containment on the Keys Dyke fire in Yakima. Thank God. J.E. Ketz says hold the fort. Last time we did that, we lost it to the Mohawks. That Fort Ticonderoga, is it? I don't know my East Coast history. Yeah, friends, there's no new updates about Mariposa. I kind of looked at it. I do have maps for Thompson. People are returning home already to Thompson Fire at Oroville. So what I'm going to do is, like, I still have a plate full of dinner I did not eat. Let's go ahead and end it here. I will restart the stream if there's anything bad happening at 10:30. I'll check it out myself. So please hit the like button, guys, as we end this. But I've got to go outside while it's still light. See daylight once a day. I haven't for many days. Yeah. Thank you for all for being here. Thank you for kind donations for chat revenue. We got $55. Thank you so much. I have not been able to keep up with PayPal and Cash App jingles, but I heard some. Man, I need rest. I seriously need rest. So thank you guys for being here, and we'll check on things tomorrow unless there's some weird, crazy development tonight. Okay? Love you all, guys. Please remember, once you've done all you can do, you've done all you can do. Please relax. Stay safe. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and share the link to my channel and your social media with anybody you think needs to know about this stuff. We go live whenever there's a crisis, sometimes 24 hours a day if there's a huge thing going. But right now, thank goodness, knock on wood, we don't have any insane fires threatening multiple towns or anything. So this is somewhat rural. We'll check in on it.